Falcon fans, and of course, good old Atlanta Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan, back talking Atlanta Falcons football on a Falcons Friday. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast. We are live. Chat is lit. T Will, former ATL Sports, is here. One time for the fan in the building. And the
Good
savage
morning.
one, Miss Carrie, is here too as well. Talking Falcons football. One
Good
time for the
morning.
fan. Um, I say the
Did you say
savage one for
savage
those that
one?
does not. Yeah, for those that do not know, Carrie's
Wow.
taking her roast to Twitter now, as she now has
Oh, wow.
included the rest of the Falcons fan base on the roast of Jack Spade with the well done steak. Um, so this this has been an
I had
entertaining
to.
past couple hours. Big shout out to Berto too as well. Berto, come on, man. We got to do this for the team, man. Big shout out to Team Well Done Steak, man. Miss Carrie, how's
Is that
everything going
even a
for you?
thing? I'm sorry. Team Well Done Steak? I've never heard of her. What?
Ah, oh shit. Hey, we starting off the right way, y'all. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Chat's live and lit. Less than a week away for the draft. A lot of fans in here talking Falcons football. We're gonna get to the comments in a minute. Of course, we have a mock that we're gonna do tonight. Or I'm sorry, this morning. And I'm thinking it's a damn Sunday night podcast, Terry, or a Wednesday night podcast. I'm talking about tonight. It's 10:35 in the morning.
It's a lot
I gotta
going
get
on.
after it.
Gotta get after it. Gotta do it. Gotta
Where's
do
my
it.
Where's my Tito's?
Where are those?
I'll crank it up some way somehow. But Falcon fans, this live is lit. Carrie, how is everything going for you?
Yeah, everything's going great. I mean, we're 6 days away from the draft. I'm so excited. It's the weekend. It's Falcons Friday. Yeah, I'm feeling great, honestly.
Nice, nice. That's good to know. Falcon fans, don't forget, this is one time for the fan, from the fan, for the fan. Falcon fans talking Falcons football. What, Terry? On a Falcons Friday. You
You
can't beat
said
that.
what
Former
now?
ATL Sports T, well, how's everything going over there with you, sir?
It's going well, man. No worries. All is well. All is well. Looking forward to this draft, man. Looking forward to this weekend. A lot going on. You got the Hawks playing tonight. It's do or die. You got the Braves playing tonight, and of course, you have Cody Rhodes versus John Cena over the weekend. And yeah, we got the draft next weekend, man. So a lot of exciting things going on this weekend, and I, for one, am looking forward to it, sir. Also, wait a minute. I would be remiss, Jack, if I did not mention that you have an event this weekend, do you not? Or we have an
Oh, yeah,
event,
man. Oh,
the
yeah.
Rise Up
Big shout
Tour. We
out
got an
to the
event this
Rise
weekend,
Up Tour fan club. Yep.
right? So yeah, a lot going on this weekend. A lot
Big
going
shout
on. We
out to
got
the
Big Low in
fan
the
club.
chat. We got Birdo, Big Low. What it do, man? We got Anthony. What in the world, Bo? What's going on, Birdo? We got Deke, DSGB, Jamel, Uncle
I'm gonna get
Steve.
to some comments here shortly, loading up
I
all the
got you.
information and stuff. Running
Miss
kind of
Carrie, how
late
you
this
doing this
morning. Had to
morning?
take
You all
care of
right?
some stuff, but we're back on track here.
I hear you. What's going on, Miss Carrie?
You like my new name? Just changed my name.
What is
Thank
that?
you, Deke, for the
21
idea.
carry.
What, Carrie?
Appreciate you.
Oh my gosh.
I tell you what,
Let's
man.
do
When a
some
good girl
housekeeping.
goes bad, Carrie's been engaging in savage behavior for about a month and a half now. Ever since Kirk went on his dumb shit, Carrie is like, we got bad Carrie. We got
Yeah.
one Carrie ever since
See,
that happened.
Will, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Kirk Cousins truly brought it out of me ever since. It might even be longer than that. We're in mid-April. I mean, it really
Yeah,
kind of, I would say, started a little bit when he, was that participating in that ping pong tournament at the Super Bowl weekend and,
yeah.
changed his shirt and I don't know. I that rubbed me wrong. And then he's coming out saying that he was never hurt and wants a new life in the NFL. That just jump started it, I think. So it's been about 2 months now that I've been a little bit savage. It's not really like me, but yeah, it's probably gonna be like that until he's not off the team. So or he's off the team. So I don't know how long that's gonna be.
He's gonna be here
So,
forever, Carrie.
Don't tell me he's gonna retire a Falcon now. I mean, our guy Matty Ice didn't even do that.
Oh wow.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow. So Carrie, how does it feel with your newfound powers? Are you joining the Marvel universe? Are you going to be in Avengers Doomsday?
I mean,
I mean,
maybe. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out these powers, right? I'm not.
um,
It's not very like me, but so far it's been good. Can't complain.
okay, yeah. Those of you who don't know, she's been on a roll lately. She's been assassinating folks left and right. So I'm just saying,
Mostly just
21
Kirk
carries in
Cousins. Come on, not
21
just
carries.
randoms. I
I don't
mean,
know, man. I don't.
really?
I know Jack has caught some strays. I
He
know
has.
I've caught a few, although I probably deserve them.
No, you don't.
I probably deserve them.
What did
It's,
I say to you? All I just said was the drive-through lady's waiting.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about.
Falcons
Oh
There.
fans got
wow. Deshaun in the chat says I've been mad since he exposed my Kirk Cousins diary. Kirk Cousins is not in my diary.
Oh,
Okay? I'm
wow.
just saying. Gosh, I thought we were friends.
I don't know, Deshaun. You about to be on the
Because
list
he's
next,
the
man.
savage.
You about to be on the list next. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jack, man. I'm just having some fun.
Nah,
Go ahead.
man, we're good talking Falcons football. Also having a nice little laugh this morning. It's breakfast, but one time for the fan. And whether if you're on the way to work, on the way to the gym, or taking care of your morning errands, you're here talking Falcons football. You're listening, you're watching. Join into the chat. Jump in with a rise up. Talk some Falcons football in the chat with other Falcon fans. No Jaguars fans here today, so we don't have to worry about
Oh,
that.
thank goodness.
Um,
You, God.
yeah, I'm sure on draft night he's going to be here though, talking that shit. So just be
I
prepared
can't
for that.
wait, bro. I'm so excited about draft night.
Let's go ahead and
I'm
get this chat real quick so we can get to this housekeeping before I take this shot of Tito's, man. I gotta wake up. Do have some things to talk about today. You know, Jeff Ulbrich possibly taking a last look at some possible, uh, maybe one of the two potential players that could end up here in Atlanta. Of course, Kyle Pitts and Cam Newton had a conversation recently that has some fans thinking that Kyle Pitts could have a breakout year this year. So we can talk about that shortly. Also, we might do a quick little mock. We talked about that Wednesday night on the podcast that fans were really interested in this whole Mike Green or draft Kelvin Bang tackle conversation. So we might even go and do a mock tonight, or I'm sorry, mock this morning too as well. And of course, we have some other information that we want to put out for y'all. So smooth season in the chat. Everybody's here in the chat talking Falcons football. Jamal Hill, welcome back, Jamal Hill in the chat. Big shout out to you, sir. Georgia, Texas boy is in the chat. Good morning. And LFG, one time for the fan, Jack T. Will and Falcons family. The new era is here. The Falcons will rise in 2025 and beyond. Big shout out to Georgia, Texas boy. Dwayne Ruffin is here too as well. Big shout out to Deep. What's up, Deep? Big shout out to Larry in the chat. Talking Falcons football. Michael is here in the chat early, 10:42 in the morning, talking Falcons football. Who else we got? That boy Berto. Berto's gonna be joining us next week on our draft night special, 7 to 11 p.m. Carrie T will 7 to 11 p.m. next week. We are talking Falcons football. We're talking draft because it's the draft night. Who are the Falcons going to select? We will be here live for that event. A lot of special guests joining us. Of course, a lot of giveaways too as well. So you definitely want to be here to get the details of the giveaway because some people asking me, "Hey man, how do we get the invite for the giveaways? How do we get a chance to be a part of that?" You got to be here draft night. You got to be here in the chat. You got to be watching the show. You got to be listening to the show. So big shout to everybody's going to be joining us next week. Bellows World is also here talking Falcons football with us this morning. The Rise Up Our Fan Club is in the building with Anthony in the chat. Big shout out to Anthony here talking Falcons football. 21K is the new name, y'all. So y'all get her a Falcons jersey or any type of Falcons gear this year, custom made. Put 21 carry on the back.
21 carry.
Don't forget, y'all.
Oh
Uncle Steve,
wow.
21 carry.
I don't know if that's
21,
a play
21.
on 21 Savage or
Uncle
Carey
Steve
from the
is here.
Stephen King movies.
Just no Drake stuff.
Yeah, you really want to piss
Just no
her
Drake
off.
stuff. You know that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Definitely don't do
Just
that.
no Drake stuff. I
Yeah.
apologize. I quickly apologized the other day for using the Drake meme in the chat that we're in too as well. So
You took another
big shout out
shot
to
at
Miss
her.
Carrie.
You said
Uncle
something
Steve's
else
loud.
about Drake, didn't you, Jack? You took another shot. You took a couple of shots
Did
at
I?
her. You did. You said
Hmm.
something
Well,
about Drake. You know, it was
I know where to get Carrie. I know where she's kind of, she takes offense to
ah.
things.
You know how to get me where it
Some Drake
hurts?
and
Okay.
Kendrick.
Oh shit! You heard how she said that, right? I'm telling you, man. Hey, man.
Respectfully,
Hey,
respectfully. Once you,
look,
if
look.
I say, hey, that new Drake Nokia song just came out, it's banging. It's probably #1 on the charts. Oh, she's gonna take offense
Hey,
to that.
hey,
It's
hey,
serious.
that.
Drake is
Whenever
not
you
supposed to
talk
be
to
number
Carrie
one on the
going
chart.
forward, when you talk to 21 Carrie, you're gonna be like, hey, the sun's getting low. Like what's your
Oh,
name?
wow.
Hey, the sun's getting low.
When
Come on.
Carrie T Will, when I saw the meme that she did with me and Berto this morning on the Spider-Man, like who's gonna be giving away the steak or who's gonna be,
Woo!
I'm like, yo, what is this? Like
Hey,
Carrie, I just, I
Oh,
guess, I
wow.
guess,
I
I
don't
just
know.
messaged her earlier about the draft stuff, and I go look on
oh,
Twitter, and she's flaming me on Twitter. Like, what
You
is
know,
this?
I'm
hey,
with Tyreek in the chat. I'm gonna drop a diss track on Kirk Cousins, maybe Drake too. And yeah, I'm gonna have Big Low Country on that track because
Sheesh.
I think, I'm tired of the disrespect that you're showing Big Low. He offered you some moonshine yesterday, you turned it down. How are you gonna turn
How
down
did you
some
hear about the
homemade country
moonshine?
boy
Whoa!
wow,
moonshine?
It's
How
not
are you
even
gonna turn
24
down the
wow,
hours later.
moonshine?
How did you hear about the moonshine?
wow.
What?
Carrie's got her
Mm-mm-mm.
ear to the streets, Jack. She's a woman of the people. She's got her ear to the
Look,
street.
You
Falcon
can never
fans.
turn down moonshine from a country
Look, I'm
boy.
gonna
I'm
tell you
just
something, Carrie.
saying.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I was on my game yesterday playing golf. I was on my game. I'm gonna post some videos to y'all. TikTok going crazy right now. But I was on my game yesterday on golf. Handicap is going lower. You never know. A couple years from now, I might be on the tour. But I'm telling you right now, Clencher was on it too yesterday. But I was on my game. Now
You're on fire. You were
I
in
was on fire.
fuego.
I'm a Tito's guy.
Fuego.
I didn't have nothing to sip yesterday. But Country he grew up drinking that shine, right? I didn't want to drink the moonshine, and then it's like, man, my game is off because I was on point. I'm
So
talking
you
about,
think he was trying to sabotage you? Is that what you're
bro.
saying, Jack?
Wait till I post this birdie look that I had from about 70 yards out on the green. I'm gonna post it today. Two putt shouted. That's what they call me. Two putt shouted. Birdie look, but I was damn near less than 3 yards away from the damn pin. But if I would have drank the shine on the second hole where Country tried to get me to drink it, I'm telling you right now, that putt would have never happened.
So are
I'm
you
telling you
saying
right
that?
now.
Are you saying that Big Love was trying to sabotage your
I'm just
score?
saying though, man, we didn't put no money up, but I felt like my game would have been a little bit off if I would have, drank the moonshine. Then he
Ah,
said it's watermelon moonshine. Then he said he got cotton candy moonshine. Then man, man's a supplier. He's the dealer.
mm.
Had everything: cotton candy moonshine, watermelon moonshine, strawberry moonshine. Goddamn, man.
You can't turn down the moonshine. That's
Hey,
complete
look.
disrespect to a country boy. I'm sorry.
Hey, look. I apologize for those that might, sip the moonshine every now and then. I'm a Tito's guy, and my golf game was on point yesterday. I did not want to mess it
Oh,
up
he's a
by
Tito. Hey,
sipping the
so
moonshine.
guys, Jack's a Tito's guy. He's putting that one pinky up in the air. I'm a
Sheesh,
Tito. I like Tito's.
We're
it's
I,
still waiting
tough.
for Tito's to sponsor us, man.
Hey,
we've been trying, man.
where's
We've
my
been
Tito?
trying. Carlo sent him a letter on our behalf.
No, we're gonna follow up with that. We're gonna follow up with that because Tito's gonna be somebody got to represent something. They got to be here and do something because we sipping too much of that. Big shout out to Big Little Country Sports in the chat. Getting ready to talk some Falcons football here. Chat is live and lit. James Openson's in the chat. T Will. Tyreek Johnson's in the chat. Good morning to Tyreek Johnson. Good
What
morning to
up, Jay?
everybody else here. See Deshaun Coswell. Trying to catch up on all the comments. He said breakfast for the fans, Bello World, breakfast for the fans. Where's the donuts and coffee? Sheesh. MW, the franchise player with the Hurt Cousins. Sheesh.
That's a
That's
new one.
tough.
I hadn't heard that. That's a new one.
That's
I kind
tough. That
of
is a
like
new
it.
one. Carrie, you heard that one? Hurt Cousins? That's
I don't think so. I've heard of quite a few different nicknames that Falcons, Nation has come up with for Kirk, but I don't think I've heard that one yet.
Damon Jones is in the chat. Mike Green should not be the pick. Falcon fans, we're talking Falcons football.
Wow.
I
Okay.
really hope Terry Fontenot doesn't buy the hype. It's only 1 year of production. Ooh, Damon
Mm.
Jones is in the chat. Jamal Anderson, Prince Shimbo, clone the baby, and he went to Marshall. Damon Jones is in the chat. Falcon fans, T. Will. Could 1 year
Uh,
of production be enough for the Falcons? Or I mean, you know, Mike Green is he's a spectacular player, I must say. Right?
I
Even
mean,
looking at his tape, looking at his film, look at what he's went through in the past couple of years.
right.
I mean, you went to
Maybe it
Marshall.
clicked for him. Maybe it clicked for him. And then the other thing is, it wasn't just that, but look, when he was down, what was that? The North South game or whatever that was. The
Senior
whatever they.
Shine.
Yeah, that one. I mean, he was throwing dudes around left and right. He got their respect. So it's not just that he had a great year, but up against the best, right? Up against his peers, he was a man amongst boys. So you know, I mean, I think he's going to be all right. I think Mike Green is a good pick. My only concern was just the off-field incident, but if the Falcons have looked into it and they're okay with it, then I'm okay with it. I'm a conspiracy theorist at heart, so I still think there's a possibility they just did that just so teams will think they will take him. So if somebody wants to trade up, they can. Doesn't mean they did. I'm just saying it's a possibility. But hey,
Well,
man,
somebody's gonna take Mike Green. We know that. Somebody's taking
yeah,
Mike
no,
Green next week.
I mean, look, I don't have an issue with the pick. If we pick Mike Green or Jahad Campbell, they're probably about four guys. Michael Williams, they're about four guys. Another guy I can't think of. They're about four guys that if we do it, I'm fine. You know, we
Well,
need a guy who can rush the quarterback or a linebacker who can run, or in extreme cases, a big ugly on the defensive line. I'll take either of those three. I'm good with that either way.
Kyle Smith and Jeff Ulbrich getting another look at Jalen Walker and Michael Williams in Athens the other day. T. Will, we're days away from the draft. We're probably going to be hearing one or two more stories of Raheem and Terry and some of the rest of the guys heading down to maybe do another interview or schedule another little workout with a couple of players here and there. T. Will, does this say anything for you that Ulbrich is trying to, well, not, I would say trying to. They're definitely going to draft a defensive player. We know that. But you have to get a gem for your new defensive coordinator, right? Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, Mike Green, James Pierce Jr. One of these guys could end up on the Falcons. But T. Will, Carey, Jeff Ulbrich down there at UGA again. Remember they was heavy at the pro day earlier this year. Malachi Starks, a lot of fans were thinking could have been the guy. Then they went to sign Jordan Fuller. Of course, DeMarco Hellams is coming back too as well. No more Richie Grant back there. So it's possible Malachi Starks could be the guy at 15. Some fans are kind of ruling him out or putting him at the bottom of their draft boards now. Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, T. Will Carey. Let's talk about this. Did Ulbrich find his guy down there at UGA? Is it one of these two players right here?
Miss, go ahead, 21 Carey. Well,
Oh wow. Um, I feel like possibly, but I think they were just doing their, due diligence. I don't think we sent a big contingency yesterday when they worked out with Walker and Williams. I think we only had Ulbrich and I forgot who was the other person there, other coach there. If you guys know, please let me know. But it was Ulbrich and one other. I think there was only two. So for me, it doesn't seem like they're heavy on it, but I could be wrong. I'm not sensing like, oh, a private workout type of deal, like how we did last year with Penix, where we just flew everybody
Mhm.
out there, had the whole squad, coaching staff and all to get a look at him before we drafted him. I don't think we've done that, but I could be wrong. Um, I don't know.
We
Who do
haven't
you
done that yet,
guys
right,
like?
Carey?
I don't think so, but I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think we've done that like we have done previously. So to
The
be
UGA
honest, right
Pro Day
now,
we stacked up, but we didn't do anything like the Michael Penix move yet. Arthur Blank hasn't got on the yacht and said, "I'll meet you there." Like, right? I mean, this is a situation, Carey, where I mean, we're just putting names on the draft board. We haven't really locked in anybody. But to know that Michael Penix, when everybody went out there to go see him throw, that was their guy. Kerry, we're 6 days away. We don't know our guy.
I
We
don't
just
know. I'm
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling like you. Like I'm really unsure where we could go at this point. I mean, and I guess it's a good problem to have because there's so many good players in this draft in round one as far as defense goes. So it'd be hard for them to mess this up, right? And I don't want to jinx it, but for me, it'd be very hard for them to mess this up, especially in the first round. So that's how I'm feeling. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
And we mean mess this up like they'll take a punter at 15. We don't mean anything else, right? We're talking about that's the
okay,
only way we can mess
that's
this up.
like you're fired messing it up. I mean,
Shit.
like, uh, for
21
me,
carry. Wow.
yeah, that's kind of that's too far. I just mean like they can't mess this up as far as like there's so much talent defensively in this draft that they could go multiple ways as far as like the players and fans will be happy, I would think. Like you could get a Jahad Campbell, you can get a Mikael Williams, you could get a Mike Green. There's a chance that a lot of these, talented prospects will be there at 15, and I feel like they still could make an impact day one on this team. So I think that's what I mean by they can't mess this up.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. T Will, you talk
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of Falcons football. You
Yes,
have a lot of
sir.
time on your hands, as you know. You're one of the hardest working podcasters right now. T Will, I counted it up the other day. You have 12 shows.
I don't know if I have 12, but I got some shows.
Shit.
You have some shows. I do.
T
I
Will's
do.
out there working.
I try to stay busy, man. I try, man. I'm trying to be like Jack Spade and
No, no,
and
no, no, no.
21
You do
carry out there.
you've passed Jack Spade, man. You're on you're up there, man.
No,
You're
man.
literally you're like Miles Garrett right now. You're like goat status,
Oh,
bro.
please. Oh, stop it, man. Stop it. Hey, man. Like Bigelow says, I'm just an old country boy out here trying to talk some football. Well, I probably messed it up low, but you know what I mean. But hey, man. As far as the Falcons pick, what was the question again? What are we talking about? How can they mess
About
it up?
Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, Jeff Ulbrich, Keith
Oh,
Smith, the other coordinator Kerry had mentioned too as well is down there
yeah.
checking out some Georgia players. But these two players, we talked about in a couple podcasts recently. Falcons were down there heavy at the UGA Pro Day. Days before the draft, Jeff Ulbrich wants another look at the same UGA players he went to go check out earlier this year. Jalen
Yeah.
Walker, Michael Williams, both of them could make an impact on the Falcons. T. What are your thoughts about Ulbrich down there at UGA 6 days before the draft? Is he trying to lock in his guy? I mean, you got to get a gem for your new defensive coordinator.
I think he's just taking stock of what they have. Look, if anything, I thought he had like this crush on Malachi Starks because he was gushing about him. I mean, gushing about him. I don't know that he's been that effusive with his praise on any other draft pick. So I guess the question is the draft pick coming from Georgia? Don't know. I like the fact that the Falcons are looking all defense. They're considering their options, which they need to do. Let's keep it real, man. This is a make or break year for Raheem. This is a make or break year for the staff. It's definitely a make or break year for Terry Fontenot. So they better be looking at defensive picks and the top ones. And I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know what the Falcons will do.
It's
I
possible,
hope they
Terry.
trade down. I really hope they trade down because I feel like you're gonna need at least 5 good picks. You know how I feel about seventh round draft picks. 21 carry. Let me ask you this question. When's the last
Shit.
time you won, I don't know, $15 million in the lottery? I'll wait. When was the last time you did that? You went. How about $1 million winning in on a lottery ticket? You ever won that?
No,
Right,
and
right,
unfortunately, neither have the Falcons. We
right.
haven't gotten a Mr. Irrelevant in the seventh round, at
Thank,
least under this
thank,
regime,
thank,
unfortunately.
thank you.
So 5 picks, two of them in the seventh. I mean,
Right. That's
you
that's
most
that's
likely have to
three
trade
picks.
down, but
That's three
I
picks,
don't
two
know.
lottery tickets, is what I'm saying.
I don't even know. I don't know why. I've had this gut feeling for weeks now that they're not going to trade down in the first round. They're just going to take their guy at 15 BPA like they love to do. And then in the second round, they might trade down to acquire another pick, maybe in the third. But that's just a gut feeling I have. I don't know if that's going to happen. I just feel like there's absolutely no way you trade up. I know that much.
Carrie.
I
Now,
know. I should
Carrie's
know
on to
better,
Carrie,
but
something
come
though.
on.
Carrie's on to
don't,
something here because
Carrie,
no,
Carrie.
we have to
I
mention that
should
because
not have to explain
we've
this to you
talked a lot
after
about
last
trading
year.
down here.
Wait a minute, Jack. Hold on. Carrie, you know,
I
hey,
know.
you already know, Carrie. Don't even put that in the ethos. Don't. Because they don't need to trade up. But for whatever reason, Carrie, I think you do have superpowers. Okay? So don't put that out there. Don't even say
I
what the Falcons won't do, no matter how ridiculous it is. Like it would be ridiculous for them to take a kicker in the first round. But don't say that they won't do it, Carrie. Okay? Don't even put it out there. I'm
I'm
sorry.
trying to put it out there that they're not going to speak it in existence, but then again,
Don't.
last year it worked opposite for me, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm all
Don't.
about like speaking into existence what you
Don't.
want in life, but I don't know. Maybe with the Falcons, I better chill on that
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it
I think
didn't work out last draft for me.
Yeah.
I
But
think
hey, I'm glad it didn't.
last year the trading out of 8 situation. Now that they had the quarterback in play with Michael Penix, I can see why they didn't want to trade out that situation. But then we saw on the Hard Knocks that they called the Giants. So
Right.
there's going to be some conversations going on next week at the draft. Kerry is onto something though. A lot of fans have put into the air that the Falcons should just trade down because it looks better at 15. You trade down, you get some more picks. We need more players. But then again, let's look at the Falcons, how the Falcons might do it. They just might pick at 15 in day 2, then they trade down. Then they trade back,
So,
right? And they collect some more picks. If they want their guy at 15, they can go get their guy at 15. We've done some mocks here recently where we've traded down because it's a simulator. But we
Yeah.
do know
right.
teams will be calling the Falcons
They
at
will.
15
They
to go
definitely
try
will.
to move up. I mean,
They definitely will.
if the
Hey,
Falcons do accept the trade next week, that would be great because we're on from 7 to 11. So that's great. We have more time to talk about it, more giveaways to give away. But
I got
Right.
Jack. I got a question for you.
go ahead, T. Will.
Let's say, and this is ridiculous because it will not happen. However,
Oh, oh gosh.
let's say we're sitting at 15, and Mr. Travis Hunter, through some convergence of insane circumstances, is there at 15. Are you taking him, Jack? Are you taking him, Kerry?
Well, you cut out when you said the person's name. What you just said?
Travis Hunter is there at 15.
Oh, jeez.
Are you
I would
taking?
You can go, Jack, but for me, I don't see a world where he's there because I've been seeing him now being mocked as early as like 2,
He
like
won't be there.
top 3.
I, thi-
Okay.
thi- this is the Terryverse. He won't be
Oh,
there. But if
okay.
he is there at 15, are you taking? In other words, are you breaking with protocol? Like Travis Hunter is a once in a lifetime player, right? I would say Travis Hunter. Who's the other one? Abdul Carter.
Abdul
Carter.
Carter.
If either one of them, I know what the answer is if Abdul Carter is there. Yes, all day. But if Travis Hunter is there, right? Are you? And the question is to you both: are you guys taking him at 15, or are you trading down because you'll probably get a mountain of trade requests? What are you doing at 15?
In that situation, he wouldn't even be on the BPA because you wouldn't even have had him on your board at 15. If he somehow made it there, you might have to pick up the phone. Do you want him at that point? You didn't even scout. You didn't do no reports on him. Like you didn't go out to no Colorado Pro Days. I mean, you saw what you saw on Sports Center and on course on Saturday nights. But otherwise than that, you didn't do no intensive workout with the guy. You didn't come out there and interview him like how you did James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker and those guys. I would probably just trade out of it. Pick up some really good value for that. But then again, how the hell did he get to 15? How the hell did he get to
I'm
15?
taking
There's
him
a
at
reason why. So in
right.
this Marvel
There's the reason,
universe,
but I'm still taking him. Jerry, how you feel about it? You taking him? What are you doing?
in this
At that
Marvel
point,
universe,
right, in this Marvel universe, I am going to acquire all the picks that,
There
someone's
you
gonna
go.
give me because I feel like the phones will be ringing off the hook.
You
For
got
me, if
Brady.
you have any kind of situation like that, I just feel like we need to take the picks because and even if he's, not in just regards to him, anyone that, even at 15, if you're getting a boatload of picks or you're getting somebody who's desperate to move up, the Falcons have to take it because let's be real, there's a lot of holes on this defense that need to be filled. And in this draft, we have 5 picks, 2 of them in the 7th, and we need to hit on those picks. At least the first 3. We need them to
First
be
three has to be on
starters.
the field. First three has
Yeah,
to be on the field.
Definitely.
we can't
Yep.
have what we had last year where basically all of our draft picks rarely saw the field or didn't see the field. We just can't do that this year, in my opinion. So, yeah, in my opinion, the more picks you have, the better chance that you're gonna hit on them, right? Like someone's bound to be a hit. So, yeah, you take the picks, in my opinion.
I'm taking him. Whatever. If he's there at 15, look it. He is my slot receiver and my cornerback for the next at least 7 years. I'm taking him.
More
But whatever.
Okay.
respectfully, let's talk about what Kerry was talking about. Where you have to hit on these picks right here. Scott Karisic, big shot to Scott. 2025
Scott,
Atlanta Falcons
Hey,
depth chart
what the
Scott.
projection that
Falcon?
he does update this often too as well. So Scott's been on the channel quite a few times. He also has a show with T Will too as well. So
What up,
he's a
Scott?
very knowledgeable brother when it comes to talking Falcons football. So he has updated a lot. But like Kerry's mentioning, you got to hit on a lot of these picks. Remember Arnold Ebiketie, that contract that he's on. Like these couple of these guys are going to be out the building this year. They're fighting for their last deal. Zach Harrison, he's going to have to put in a lot of work this year. Ruka Roar battled injury a couple times last year. Brandon Dorless didn't get a chance to see much of him last year, except for those 2 games. David Onyata is still on the roster at this point. He's your veteran defensive tackle in the building. Of course, with Tyquan Graham being here, a lot of fans have speculated why is Tyquan Graham here still too as well. Morgan Fox, they added. Brelling Trice is coming back from injury. You got to hit here on one of these picks. And if Jalen Walker is the guy, if Michael Williams is the guy, you can start trying to, pencil these guys in for week 1. Even Mike
Right.
Green, Jahad Campbell. These are guys that I'm sure is going to be on the field week 1 for the Atlanta Falcons. Even week 2, right? You can go get another big body, the young man from Old Miss, Princely Uman, the young man from Boston College, who I think Tori McElhaney put out a report on or a mock on earlier. I think it was this week about the Donovan kid. I got to go back and look and see. I think it was this morning she put it out.
Okay.
Where it was talking about Donovan Ezi Uzubuke, or that's the guy's name from Boston College. Like,
As a, I don't know. Whatever.
I
even if you
think
hear a
that's Big
player from
Lo's guy.
that's Big Lo's guys. Even if you hear a guy from Boston College, right? Or you hear the linebacker Barrett Carter in the 2nd and 3rd round from Clemson. Or we talked about Jack Kaiser from Notre Dame. Or we talked about Cody Simon, the linebacker from Ohio State. Like there's some players in this draft that you can really knock and really help boost their defense. When we go to the offensive side of the ball, that's going to be the shocker if the Falcons go offense early in the draft. Like 2nd round, they go get a guard or a tackle. It's like 2nd round, you guys want to go get a tackle? Maybe we don't know their plans outside of the draft too as well. We talk about this as fans. Raheem might have this stuff set up to where
He just
right
wants to
before
piss
the
Carrie off.
draft, right before the draft.
Oh boy.
Let's just say
Oh,
before the draft this happens, right? Let's just say before the draft this happens.
Oh, wow.
We talked about this the other night with Jalen Ramsey. If he is somehow, and this is just, through bravado, and of course, PFF had put out potential landing spots. But of course, the interview he did with the media when he was with the Rams talking about Raheem Morris and what he's done for Raheem with his career. If Jalen Ramsey ends up on the Rams, it changes everything now, right? Because now you got a guy that is going to help out that secondary, regardless if you put him in a, slot, if you put him on the outside, if you put him even Asante Samuel were mentioned for Jalen Ramsey to go play safety now at this point in his career. Wherever you put Jalen Ramsey on the field, it could be a dog. Not going to spend too much time on this because it hasn't happened. Right? Now, if it happens, hey, we can talk about it. T. Will, you talked about the impact Jalen Ramsey can make here with the Falcons. Kerry, you already know what Jalen Ramsey can mean here for the Falcons.
And not just that, but he has that great relationship with Raheem Morris. I mean, that interview where he spoke so highly of him and was so happy that he's getting another head coaching opportunity. The connections there, they both, have spoken highly of each other. So I don't know if we can make it work as far as the money wise, but
let's use the old Atlanta connection method. his agent is AJ Terrell's agent.
David
So it's kind
Onyemata,
of like
or no, David Onyemata. What's his last name? I almost said David Onyemata.
Mugalada,
Yeah,
whatever his name is. And
Yeah.
I think that's
a
Kyle
lot of our
Pitts. That's
players
Kyle
have
Pitts
him.
guys too. That's Kyle Pitts guy
AJ
too.
Terrell's got, isn't it AJ's as well, or
I think it's Jesse Bates
Kyle,
guy too as
Jesse
well.
Bates? Multiple players on our team have him as their agent.
The money for his contract this year is actually very good. Now it
Oh,
escalates
okay.
actually, but no, it's great. As a
Oh,
matter of fact,
wow.
Jack,
Okay.
if you could go to Sport Track and look up Jaden's, I mean, it is great this year. So it's very doable if you're gonna trade and say rework it or whatever you're gonna do. But if you can pull it up, Jack, he may be getting paid $5 million this year. Like it's not.
Okay, cool. All right.
So it is very much
So
you.
Miami's paying a portion.
No.
Oh, he's a free agent? I'm sorry. I didn't really do my
So
homework on his contract.
he's not a free agent, but for whatever
Okay.
reason, his deal this year is great. Now it escalates. I think he has a deal up until 29. But if you look at let me see.
Oh yeah, restructured base signing. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, nice. It's not
Yeah,
that bad.
it's not bad at all, right? You're talking
Yeah.
about what, 4?
Hell, we can get the cap guys in here to talk about this, but
Yeah,
looking at the
but
numbers already, it is
I
not
mean,
that bad compared
not
to.
bad.
Let
That's
me show
not
you
bad.
Tua Tagovailoa. Let me show you Tua's.
Oh, not Tua.
Watch Tua's contract.
Yikes.
Now watch this. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna do Kirk Cousins. My bad.
Oh wow. Oh,
No,
you are
please don't
Kirk
do
very
that to me,
Cousins.
Jay.
disappointed.
Please
Cousins.
don't
Why are
do
you
that.
doing it, Jack? Why?
Please don't do
About to
that.
make 21 carry come out. I might get hit with a straight just for sitting next to you, Jack. Just saying. Why'd you shoot him, Terry? He was next to you. He was in the way. He
I
was
want
in-
to ask the chat if you don't mind.
Jalen
I
Ramsey.
did.
Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was gonna say I wanted to ask the chat while you were looking that up, what everyone thinks as far as like if they were Terry and they were in the war room, you know, we know they go BPA. Who are you taking at 15 without trading down, just staying put at 15? And you guys can answer as well. Are you guys taking Mike Green, Jahad Campbell, or are you taking like Mikael Williams? Because I think those are like 3 guys that could really be there and 3 top guys in this draft. So those are my 3 guys that I'm wondering who would everyone take in the chat as well as you guys personally out of those 3
T. Will.
in this moment.
You said, you know what? I'm okay with Mike Green.
Okay.
I'm okay with Mikkel. I'm okay with Jihad. A sleeper for me, if you don't get
No, which one are you picking? You have to pick one
that's tough, man.
out of those 3.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I'm in love with either one. I mean, I like them. I like
Okay.
them all, but you know, again, as we've seen, you gotta keep your options up. Look, I really like the safety from Georgia because he gives you a lot of options. He gives you so. I
He's
mean,
not there.
you.
Same thing with you, DSGB Hall. Will Johnson's not there in this scenario.
I'm not talking about. No, I'm talking about Malachi Starks.
Right. Well, he's not
Oh,
there either. That's what I'm saying. Just those 3 I mentioned. I'm
make a decision.
curious, who would you
All right,
pick?
if you're holding me to it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Jahad Campbell
Okay.
because Jahad Campbell is a linebacker who can run, and what that does is that frees you up to use Caden Ellis as the Sam, and you can blitz him in different packages. It because Caden doesn't really cover well, but he rushes. He is exceptional at rushing the passer. So if you draft Jahad Campbell, because there's talent in the second round, you can get Prince in the second round. There's some guys you can get in the second round that you can match with what you have.
Okay.
So if you're putting feet to the fire, Miss Carey 21,
Yes. I just
then I mean look at I like Mike Green. I like Mike Green. I do. I'm going Jahad Campbell. Jeez.
Okay. Where are
Jack,
you going, Jack?
I feel like you just
Out of those
can't miss
3
on either one
specifically.
of those 3. It's really how Jeff Ulbrich, Raheem, and these guys use these guys. Like their college tape is just impressive. Mike Green's college tape is outstanding. Jahad Campbell, Jalen Walker. I mean, they're doing their homework. If I'm going where the Falcons are going, they're probably doing their homework on Jalen Walker. If it's getting this close to the draft and they're still down there sending Jeff Ulbrich to go
You
check
know,
out Jalen Walker,
I need
but
somebody to sell me on Jalen Walker because I guess maybe because Scott has kind of made me feel like we don't need a Jalen Walker because we already have a guy like that in Caden Ellis.
if you're
And
talking about
I
a
think,
straight up pass rusher, go get the quarterback right now, nothing else you're going to do, you're going Mike Green. You're
okay,
going Mike Green. I mean,
Yeah.
they might be sold on that. I'm sorry, Damon, but in this football, 2025, I mean, the way they're looking at it, the Falcons might go out there get a guy that's put up damn near 17 something sacks last year, and that could be
yeah,
a
I
guy that's
mean,
impressive. How does he make it to 15? That's the crazy part.
Are
Like,
you talking about? So with Mikel, was it Mikel Williams? I was watching his tape yesterday,
okay,
and on a lot of those sacks, the dogs are rushing 6 and 7. You get what I'm saying?
okay.
I didn't see a lot where they're just rushing 4, right? So bear that in mind. You rush 6 or 7 guys, somebody's gonna have to make a decision. That ball's gonna
somebody
have to.
gonna fold. Versus Mike
Right.
Green at
So,
Marshall, he did a lot of one-on-ones where
right,
he was really
right,
beating up on tackles and tight ends
right,
and guards. And I mean,
right.
and then again, people was gonna say it's Marshall. You're not playing Bama every day. You're
That's
not
true.
playing Ohio State every week,
That's
right?
true.
If you played in
True.
the SEC, it could have been totally different. Would you have 17 sacks in the SEC? Right? Like
I don't know.
I get it, but then again, man,
It's very divided in the chat,
it
but
is, it is. Because
it's
don't
that's
we
why
want
I
fans,
mentioned it. Jack, that's
Carrie?
why I mentioned earlier, like, it's gonna be hard for them to mess this up because there's multiple players they can go and get at 15 and they can make an impact on this team. I would like to
But
know
we
Big
want
Lowe's
fans.
and Bodie, they're in the chat. I would like to know their answer out of
I
those
don't even know how
specific
Bodie has the
3.
phone right now because I'm looking on the camera. Oh, he must have went on break. Big shout out to
Oh,
Bodie's
wow.
best in the chat. He'll be here next week. That's the special guest, y'all. Surprise, it's Bodie. That's the special guest.
Bodie.
Can't
Slap fans, hit
wait.
that like, share, subscribe button. This is one thing we want fans to
Oh, he
do.
had a birthday
95
the other
North.
day, didn't he, Jack?
Yes, he did. Bodie is celebrating his birthday week 2 as well. Big shout out to Bodie 3000, man. Once again, we joke all the time in the chat. We joke on the channel and everything, but big shout out to Bodie 3000. You can see his channel right there, Bodie's Best. Make sure you guys click, like, subscribe. Head on over to Bodie's Best. He's going to be on the channel with us next week talking Falcons football. One time for the fan, one time for Bodie's Best. And big shout out to everybody here talking Falcons football again. Carrie, I do have to mention, we want to make people know that whoever you have on your draft board, you shouldn't be upset if the Falcons don't select the guy. Like if Jahad Campbell's there and they don't select him, you had Jahad Campbell. You put him on your board. That's good. You have Michael Williams up there. That's good. You have Malachi Starks up there. That's good. All these Falcon fans and all these journalists and analysts pretty much have the same thing on their draft board. I'm not putting one player on my board this year. You got to put at least 10 to 15 guys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Falcons are doing their work. We're doing our work too. Michael Williams should be up there. James Pierce Jr. should be up there. Mike Green should be up there. Jahad Campbell should be up there. The cornerback from Michigan should be up there randomly. What's the guy's name from Michigan that we talked about? The defensive tackle. He should be up there too as well. Even if you trade back, Princely. If we're going first round, second round, Princely should be up there. Donovan should be up there too as well from Boston College. I mean, we've done this a few times. I think the Falcons are doing their work. Cool thing is they're at 15. Campbell, if Mike Green is gone and Campbell is there, let's just say Mike Green and Walker is gone, then it's between Michael Williams and Jahad Campbell. At that point on your draft board, because Mike Green will be gone, Walker is gone. Who's left at that point at 15? Or do you trade back? Now the trade back scenario comes into play. I just don't know what the Falcons are doing at this point. But I can say on one time for the fan, we have a bunch of names on our draft board. And you guys should have a bunch of names on your draft board too. So that's what makes it cool about draft night. If they select one of these players from the board, hey, we did our homework. You guys did your homework. We feel good. But if you just dial in on one player and they don't select that player and you just start bashing that moment, the Falcons should have selected this guy because the Falcons should have never selected this guy because I'm not doing that. I'm going for who the Falcons are selecting. Welcome to the Falcons next week, and how could you make an impact so we can get back on track? I'm still not putting everything on this rookie to turn everything around too as well. Like, oh my God, we're not going to be in the Super Bowl because of this rookie. Just I can't see. I haven't seen him play. Right? He has to get out there on the field. College is different than the NFL. We know that, right? We've seen players ball out in college, get to the NFL, and they're like, where is this guy? Who is this guy? So we do want to say, big shout out to all the players once again who's going to be drafted next week. They've put in years of hard work, right? All the practice and preparation, everything they've done to go out there and do what? Get drafted, make it to the NFL, play for a team that's going to, give them a big check, go win a Super Bowl, Hall of Fame. You never know what they could become. But big shout out to all the players next week. And our draft coverage starts at 7. We'll be finishing around 11, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit after 11. But I can tell you right now that we're going to be lit next week, man. We are going to be lit. Big Little Country said, what are the 3 options, Carrie? Do you have the options?
I think you're
Carrie,
muted.
I think you're muted.
My bad. The 3 options are Mikael Williams, Mike Green, and Jahad Campbell. Those are the 3. I was just curious who everyone in the chat would take at 15. No trade backs. Those 3 are there available for the taking at 15. Who would you take personally? Who do you like?
Yeah, we hear it, Falcon fans. That's the question for you all. I mean, the chat is always going to, that's the cool thing about One Time for the Fan. Everybody can come in here and talk positive about the Falcons, but the chat is always going to have their opinion that, we're always going to respect here on the channel. So you can see there's a lot of people saying, do not go Mike Green. Do not go Jalen Walker. Do not go Mikael Williams. But just don't be upset when the Falcons select their pick next week, because they're going to do their homework like we did our homework. And we have to talk about it. Millie Mills is in the chat. You said it has to be Green if those are the options. You got a lot of Mike Green fans here in the chat. I ain't gonna lie. You got a lot of Mike Green fans.
I mean, Jack,
they're
do you
sold on
blame
that
them?
season. They're sold on it. So, Carrie?
We're thirsty for a pass rusher. I don't know. It's hard not to want a guy like Mike Green. I feel like we need, like, for lack of a better word, we need like a dog. We need a player that's like, mean. We need someone who can be feared on the defense. I just feel like a lot of our players, not that they're not good, but they're not scary, in my opinion.
No, you're right, Kerry. We need some alpha dogs. We really do.
Right. Alpha dogs. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. If you get Jalen Carter on top of what we already got and you put him in that backfield and you draft Mike Green, I'm just saying, man, yeah, this Falcon team is going to be fun to watch on Sunday.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to jump in, but looking at that Eagles defense, like they drafted those Georgia players. I mean, we all talked about it. We said, "Oh yeah, that's the Eagle, the Georgia Eagles or whatever."
Right.
Bro, look at them now. Like, look at that defense now, bro. To know that they in the Super Bowl, they didn't even blitz, bro. They didn't have to blitz. The front 4 got there.
To be honest with you, Kansas City didn't have a great offensive line. They were
back-to-back Super Bowl champs. I have to give it to them for that point.
Okay, let's be real.
They dominated.
2020
they dominate 2 seasons in a row to make it to the Super Bowl. Today get beat down by the Eagles the way they did.
Line dominated. The last year they won the Super Bowl, that defense won.
But also that same defensive line from the Eagles was pretty good the season before that too as well.
No, but what I'm saying is they were facing a very weak offensive line. Look, the Falcons beat this team week 2. Okay, I'm not afraid of them either. I'm not afraid of it. Let me tell you something.
That's true.
I'm not afraid of any team, especially if we can get certain players. If we can have a really good draft, I'm not afraid of any team because I think offensively we can score on anybody.
Okay,
anybody. Line them up. I'm not afraid of anybody.
Let's go for what Kerry said. We need some dogs that really,
some alpha dogs.
Teams are scouting against the Falcons defense. They want to look out there and say, okay, they got AJ. You got to be careful throwing to AJ. We know that. Jesse Bates in the backfield. You got to be careful throwing that ball. Jesse Bates back there. We know that. But you need to get a couple guys up there too as well. That
up front. We don't
up
have
front. That
anybody up
some
front like
teams are
the
gonna say
alpha
we got to
dog.
plan for. Remember
Scary
Aaron
guy up
Donald?
front.
You had to plan for Aaron Donald. You knew who Aaron Donald was. There are some teams that go into their games and their matchup against the Eagles knowing if our offensive line is not on point today, they finna get to us. I
Right.
want that type of mentality too as well. When teams look at us and they say, "Oh, the Falcons have this guy on the line. They have this guy on the line." I a team is not going to sit there and say Ruka Roar and Brandon Doris. They ain't seen nothing from them, right? You got to get some. Mike Green is a guy. I ain't gonna lie. 15 plus sacks last year. There's gonna be a team this year. You draft Mike Green, they're gonna say, "Boy, we better get somebody on him. You better get somebody on him."
I
So I'm
I
just saying,
think
man, there's some couple players who can do that, who can just
I,
change get game
the
changers.
yeah, they can, but I
Just a
I
couple guys.
still all in all, man, I feel good about this Falcons team. I
I
feel
do.
good
Oh,
about,
I definitely do. I
and I
definitely
and
do.
I would not be mad, and I keep saying this. I would not be mad if they drafted Malachi Starks, contingent upon who's there. I wouldn't be mad, and I wouldn't be mad because that dude can do anything on a football field from the safety, anything. He can play safety. He can play nickel. He can rush. He can do anything, and he would give you options. And to your point, Jack, we don't know what Root could be a superstar. Root could be a stud. Dorless
Could
could be
be.
a stud.
Could
Trice
be.
could be a stud, right?
Could
So
be.
if you're in that situation where you got him and you drafted him, I'm just saying, to your point, we don't know who the Falcons are going to be drafted. You probably need
That's
about
right.
10 players. We
Yep.
don't know. Now, I'm not mad if they take Mike Jones. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad if they take
Ooh, Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Mike Green.
Oh
Golly.
God, I'm
Mike
Oh
sorry.
yeah,
I
Jones.
his
had
name is
to. I had
Jalen. His
to.
name is
I
Jalen too.
deserved it.
His name
I
is
deserved
Jalen
it.
Ramsey too. By
I
the way,
deserved
too.
it. I deserved it. I wouldn't be mad if
Don't want to
they Mike.
disrespect our possible future new cornerback here in Atlanta. His
You're
name is
right.
Jalen. By the way,
Jalen.
it's just joking. Don't want to
Jalen.
put that
Sorry.
out
We got to get T-Will that Mountain Dew this morning.
there.
Yeah,
Hey,
we do. Yeah,
not
we
the
do.
berry blast.
Yeah, we do. No.
No.
Just the regular Green Mountain Dew. You know what? There's a conspiracy. Never mind. It's this way out, whacked out conspiracy that every
I
time
already know what you're gonna say. I
right.
heard that.
Saw that? Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's this conspiracy that every time Mountain Dew comes out with a new flavor, like some sort of great tragedy happens in the world. So I don't know. I don't know. But it's interesting you saw that, Kerry. Anyway,
I
Well,
Jack, go
did.
ahead.
the cool
Sorry.
thing about this is we're gonna do a mock in a minute. I'll do a mock. T will do a mock too as well before we
Hey,
wrap up
Jack,
the
Kerry's got
show.
to shout out. Kerry's got to drop. She's
Carrie
got to do
definitely has some stuff to do, so she has to run for a little bit, y'all. When she comes back, we'll talk about Kirk Cousins. It happens
You
every
know
time.
what?
Wow.
So
No.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like
Oh,
I'm not coming back. I'm gonna go work on that diss track with Big Low Country Sports.
you are so coming back. I know you're coming back. Absolutely. I'm going to plan on you coming back. I know you are.
I can tell you some of the key words that's gonna be mentioned in there: croissants and
Ah,
moonshine.
ah,
Oh,
ah.
For sure.
and steak too as well. We got a couple key words here.
Medium steak.
Medium
Oh
steak.
Lord,
Gary says, well done steak is for, well, what do you call it, Gary?
Losers.
Losers.
shit, that's tough. Carrie
Losers.
got some shout outs that she's gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. If we're still live when Carrie's finished, she might jump back in. But if not, Sunday night, of course, you guys will be definitely talking Falcons football with Miss Carrie. Miss Carrie.
Shout out to you, Jack. Shout out to you, T Will. Shout out to Bodie. Happy belated birthday to him. Go check out his channel. He's doing some awesome NFL content, not just Falcons content, but NFL content in general. So check out his channel. And shout out to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Hope you're happy and healthy. Have a great weekend. And yeah, 6 more days to the big day. I can't wait. Have a great day, everyone. Appreciate you. Bye,
Big
guys.
shout out to everybody in the
Bye,
chat.
Gary.
Big shout out Miss Carrie talking
Hey,
Falcons football
Gary.
with us.
Hey,
Um, chat is live. Chat is lit. Carrie. Big thank you to everything that you do. Of course, you guys know Miss Carrie, the best producer behind the scenes, getting a lot of stuff done for our draft night that we have next week. T Will, we have a
yes, sir.
draft night from 7 to 11. A draft night podcast, man. Live
Absolutely.
giveaways, special guests. So many people here talking Falcons football with us. The comments are live. The chat is live. Chat is lit. 82 Monte Carlo, 80 Millie Mills, Jamal Hill, James Overton is in the chat talking Falcons football. Big shout out to everybody here. 95 North is in the chat. Deshaun Coswell is in the chat. Mr. Smith
John,
is in the chat too as well. Big shout out, Mr. Smith. Here
Mr.
in the chat.
Smith.
talking Falcons football too as well. Damon Jones is here talking.
What up,
Smooth
Damon?
C is here talking. Bellows World is here talking.
Ooh,
Mad Mike is here talking Falcons
what up,
football.
man,
Anthony Souveniri is in the chat talking Falcons
Mike?
football.
Anthony.
Dwayne Ruffin
D.
on the West Coast is in here
D.
talking Falcons
What up,
football.
D?
Who else we got? Big Low Country
Big
Sports is
low.
here talking
Big
Falcons football.
low.
DSGB Hall is here talking Falcons football.
DSGB. Don't
Big
forget
shout to
Birdo.
DSGB Hall too as well. I saw the picture the other day. You, and your other went to go donate blood. Big shout out to DSGB Hall. T.Y. I send you a picture of that one too as well.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
Behind the scenes.
And don't
We got
forget,
jokes. Everybody got jokes.
yeah, don't do that, Jack. You just mad because hey, you don't want it, man. You don't. DSGB does not.
Yo,
DSGB is Bullseye from Daredevil. He doesn't miss. If he
sheesh.
fired, he does not miss, sir.
Hey,
He
as
does
long as
not.
it's not the
You
white
know,
tiger. Bodie's
oh,
best is here in the chat too as well. Big shout to Bodie's best. Better
oh,
watch out for the swordsman. No, I'm just playing with you guys. Falcons fan, hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
wow.
You know what we're doing. We're talking Falcons football. We ain't doing nothing wrong. We ain't hurting nobody. So many other Falcon fans here talking Falcons football with us too as
Did
well.
you say
Thank y'all. He
Birdo,
said
Jack?
Jack. Yeah, Berto's here.
No, I'm saying, did you acknowledge him?
Yeah, of course I did. Berto?
Okay.
NIL Berto? Hold on.
NIL Birdo. That's all I'm saying. Give the man his propers,
Do I have
sir.
his picture? I don't have his picture no
Or
more. I
Birdo
had his
Damas.
picture.
You know what? Now, at this time of the year, he's Birdo Damas. Because
Hold
for
on,
those of
where's
you
the
who don't
picture?
know, he called that the Falcons would draft Penix. He did do that. He
Yo,
is
where's
Birdo
the
Damas.
picture? Where's NIL Berto? I had the
Oh
picture. Where
wow.
is it? I'm gonna
Oh,
find it. I'm gonna find it for you guys. NIL Berto.
NIL Birdo.
He had a great show the other day with Bro Talk too as well. Bro Talk, he's gonna be here next week. First time on the show for our special guest live draft show, man. We got so many people stopping by, man. It's gonna be lit. T Will, we're gonna do this mock in a minute. We did talk about Jeff Ulbrich taking a last look at Jalen Walker, Mike Hill Williams, Kyle Pitts, Cam Newton. We gotta talk about in just a minute. That's gonna be interesting. Fans gonna want to talk about Kyle Pitts. His recent interview with Cam Newton got some fans believing. T-Will, this offense is so explosive with Bijan and Mooney and Drake and Ray. Well, don't forget about number 8. And I think after this interview with Cam, some people are thinking, if you get number 8 back on track, T-Will, you might be right. 30 points a game. Well, shit.
I think
that.
30. Whether we get him on track or not, I think we'll do 30 points again.
Oh
I mean,
my
look.
gosh, T-Will, are you telling me even without Kyle Pitts, this team could still score 25 plus? With Kyle Pitts, this team could score 25 plus. T-Will, I need your take on that.
Well, I mean, look, and no disrespect to Kyle. He is an athlete. I'm not. He is an extremely gifted athlete. I'm not. But you know, you are what your habits say you are, right? So I'm gonna hold judgment on whether or not Kyle has a breakout season, even if he doesn't, right? Even if he doesn't, Kyle is good for 50, 60 receptions. Even if he doesn't, I think he had 40 something last year with Kirk half the time not even looking at him. So I'd say Kyle's at least good for 60. If he has a breakout year, 80 and above, that's great. But even with 60 from Kyle, with the assortment of weapons that you have, all things being considered, this team is going to be great for a couple of reasons. Number one, Michael Penix can make difficult throws that other quarterbacks can't. And he seems to really recognize defenses. And that was in his rookie year. He's definitely prepared. He's going to do nothing but prepare in this offseason. I think this offense is going to be great. I'm not saying they're going to be 2016, but I think they do have a good chance of, and I'm going to say it, of putting up 28 points a game. Yeah, I'm going to say it. And now if Kyle goes off, and I'm not excited about an interview. Okay, it's an interview, right?
Send a text. Go ahead, Terry. I'm about to send a text. Go ahead, Terry.
You and I, we can talk about what we can do, right? Oh, when T will get out on that field, da 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 da. That doesn't mean I can do it. So I mean, I'm gonna hold judgment. Great that they had a good conversation or whatever, and people got excited. But let's temper our expectations until we get there. We've had Kyle for 4. years. I'm not going to go into his history. You guys know what it is. But I do think that you can, with the talent that we have, and from what I've seen from Kyle, I would say the floor for him next year is 60 receptions, which is not bad. Okay, because again, you got Drake, he'll probably get 80 to 90. You got Mooney, he'll probably get another 70 to 80. Right? You got Bijan, you got Ray Ray. So if you get 60 from
Oh
Kyle,
shit.
you're doing great. You're doing great. You
Yo.
don't. What's that?
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, Kyle Pitts.
No,
Yeah, go
you
ahead.
don't. What I'm saying is, Kyle, you don't have to get 100 receptions from Kyle to be successful because of the assortment of weapons that you already have, right? If you get 60 from Kyle, 100 from Drake, 80, 90 from Mooney, throw in another 45 to 50 to Ray Ray, you're doing great. And you
Yo,
and Penix is probably thrown for at least 38, 35 to 3,800 yards. You're doing great.
Five fans,
So
hit that like, share, and subscribe button, man. Representing the chat, season ticket holders, check in where you're repping from. We got a lot of fans in here from all over: Atlanta, Florida, New York, Canada, Cali, Texas, Nevada, Utah. Go ahead and check in where you're repping, man. A lot of people in Tennessee too as well. Big shout out to everybody. Man, let me tell you something about Kyle Pitts, man. This team needed Kyle Pitts last year, dog. I'm talking about in a major way. Major way. And I was hoping, Zach Robinson and of course, Kirk and everybody, would have been, I guess, more on point with Kyle's game too as well. And hearing his conversation with Cam Newton, it he is telling the truth about a lot. He's a football player on the field that we see from the fans, from the stands,
mhm.
right? There's a lot of plays that just don't go to you, right? There's a lot of stuff where you're just there to run your route and just be decoys. There's a lot of things that just happen on the field that we do not know about. But one thing I can say is we saw Kyle with Matt Ryan. We know what's there. It's not even front. You saw Kyle with Michael Penix. That's not even front.
Yeah,
If
that was a great pass.
I'm
And
telling you, man.
to your point, that was a big moment. Like we needed that catch, and Kyle delivered. So what does
But
that
you,
tell you? Well,
but you
when
also have Kyle dealing with what, Terry? We talked about this. So many quarterbacks that he's played with.
correct.
It's like Matt with offensive coordinator, bro. He's
Well,
played with
really three quarterbacks because
played with Matt.
two of them I don't even count.
Okay, that's true. But Matt, Mariota, Heineke, Ritter.
No, Matt, Kirk, and Penix.
Oh, come on, Terry.
No, I'm not because
Terry.
the come on, butt fumble. Did you really
Come
mention
on, Terry?
butt fumble?
He was on the field,
Come
Terry.
on. Come on.
You gotta count it, Terry. You gotta give
That
the
dude
respect to the
couldn't win
man.
a
He didn't
flag
have
football league.
how
Stop
Kelsey
it.
has Mahomes.
Stop it.
He didn't have that.
Stop it. He
You
is
would have
not.
gave. Let me tell you something. You would have gave Kyle Matt 2017 and be. Oh my gosh, come on.
Yeah.
Different story we're talking about right
120
now.
catches.
You would have had 2017, 2016 Matt and
Yes.
Kyle. Totally different story.
No,
You
I'm
got
not.
Matt toward
I'm
the
not
end of his
taking a
career.
shot at Matt. I'm not. I'm saying that Jesus butt fumble and the dude that promised that he was going to go to a Super Bowl. You really can't count them as adequate.
Right. If you can't count them, we counting them on the chat and the channel. We counting them. But
Really,
let's
you're counting butt fumble. You're counting. I don't even recognize what defense. Come on, man.
He was in the huddle.
Okay. Well, hey,
he was in the huddle.
I can throw Kyle a pass.
People asked me about Dez, but one time for the fan, I said, yeah, when I first started, Dez was over here with me too as well. But Dez still working on cars. I haven't seen Dez since then. You feel what I'm saying? That's the homie though.
You
Dez
know
gonna be on
what
the channel next week.
I'm saying as
he was in the huddle. He was in the huddle. He was in the chat.
What I'm saying is, as far as competency and being able to diagnose defenses and get Kyle the ball, I'm making a point for Kyle here. Okay, all I'm saying is he's only had 3, and really, you can call it 2 because Kirk was there for 14 games, and then it was Penix. But the only thing I'm trying to say is if you give Kyle a real quarterback, Kyle can produce.
And guess
If
what?
a competent quarterback, I should say. They're all quarterbacks,
I think
but
it's
a
this year. I
competent
think it's this
quarterback,
year.
Kyle can produce. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's this year. And I'm telling you, man, Terry, you talk about this offense a lot on this channel. We talk about it all the time on One Time for the Fan, how explosive this offense, even before Michael Penix stepped on the field with Kirk and the guys. Now Penix takes over and you have Bijan still, Tyler still. You have an offensive line that I think the NFL has to respect with Jake and Chris Lindstrom, even with Dahlman gone. And Dahlman worked his way up to be one of the best centers in the league too as well. That came out of the Falcons camp. So big shout out to, Drew Dahlman, where he is and where he's gone now. But New Zeal, for newsflash, if this is your job, you gotta run with it. Right? This is your job to lose, apparently. That's what we're hearing. So not too much competition been brought in at that center position. You did play it last year. We had some decent games. So it's like, let's see what New Zeal can do. But Bergeron stepped in and helped out in a major way. Matthews has been here his whole career. Lindstrom, best guard in the league. And you already seen from Caleb McGarry and so on. So with the offensive line and then going to the wide receivers with Ray and Mooney, you already seen what Mooney has done and what he can do. Fans are already calling for Mooney to be here damn near for the rest of his career. Because, I mean, it's been a long time since we had some strong number one and number two wide receivers, man. I'm talking about those Julio, Roddy, Julio, Calvin, really. We need this Atlanta Falcons team to be back on track. This guy right here, Kyle Pitts, is one of the main reasons why I think this year this offense will be even more explosive too as well. There's a lot of problems they've had in the past too as well with this offense. Don't even want to dig into that. Going forward, I think Kyle in this team is going to be good. Michael Penix is going to be on the same page with Drake, just like on the same page with Mooney, just like on the same page with Ray. Hodge too as well. Can't forget about Hodge. And then of course you got Kyle Pitts, right? So I'm expecting a big year from Kyle, right? And hearing it from the Cam Newton podcast, I'm sure he's expecting a big year too as well. They dialed in with what Penix got going on, man. Right? I mean, Penix ain't on your Ritter type of status,
No,
right?
I
Nowhere
definitely think,
near that. We
yeah,
have to trust in Penix to say that this guy is really probably our franchise quarterback. The
yeah, for
same
the
way the
next,
Bills fans believed in Josh Allen after those first couple passes, the same way, give me another, what's the name, Mahomes with Kansas
yeah,
City.
yeah,
This is the same way fans are feeling about
but,
Michael Penix. It's a
yeah, but
guy you
let's not
drafted
put
in
that
the
pressure
top 10.
on.
T. Will,
Let's not put that pressure on the kid. Let's just let him
I
let
mean,
Penix,
let's not to go down the future. We take it one game at a time,
yeah.
right?
No, I'm
One
just
game at
saying,
a time.
don't put a label on him like, oh, he's like this with Mahomes or he's Penix. But I think I agree with you. I think he has the ability to be great. I think this Falcons offense has the ability to be great. I would not be mad, however, Jack, if we took a backup center in the first in rounds 2 or 3. Because, again, you got to think you got New Zealand and who, right? Do you even want to think about who's after New Zealand? So
If
it
I'm doing
wouldn't be.
anything at that center position, it's a veteran. It's somebody that's in the league still that I can go and say, hey, look, I can bring this guy because I can trust this guy. He's already played downs in the league.
Okay.
New Zeal getting a full start and having a rookie behind him and Jonathan Gwynn too as well, which is Gwynn. I mean, we haven't even seen much of him yet too as well.
Yeah.
Right. So I just don't want to see that. Like have we gotten to that point where we don't want to see too much of the players, like the players that haven't done too much, like get starting positions now? Like or try to fight for jobs. Like somebody
I,
mentioned like Dorless earlier, didn't see the field because of the playbook. I don't know how true that is,
yeah, I've
but
heard that.
we
I've
have
heard
to
that.
bank on Dorless a lot this year.
Do we?
Grady's gone. Got to bank on a lot from Dorless. We need Dorless 3-4 downs every damn series. We need him. We need him out there. I don't want
Can
a
you
guy
pull,
that doesn't know about the playbook out there on the field.
can you pull up the depth chart if you don't
Man, I'm
mind,
pulling
sir?
up the depth chart, man. But big shout out to that interview from Cam Newton and Kyle too as well.
Yeah,
Also,
it
big
was a
shout
good.
out to Cam Newton, man. Cam Newton is killing this
I
podcast
love
game.
Cam Newton. I love Cam Newton. I love
So
him. I
destroying this podcast game.
He is. He really because he's genuine and he's real.
And that's the same way I feel about the Julio, Harry Douglas, Roddy White. If they do their podcast, that is going to be on fire.
Agreed.
Hearing stories of them on the field, fire. Locker room, behind the scenes, fire.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like,
behind Dorless, you got Anyamata and Kentavia Street. Because it kind of rubs me the wrong way that you don't know the playbook. Like that's your job. Like that's your job. How the hell do you not know the play? You got one job, Dorless. You got one.
Then
You don't
again,
know.
that's I haven't heard like a report from that. I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't hear. I don't think they put that out there, but I've heard it and you've heard it, and we've heard it from several different sources. And to every rumor, there's a little bit of truth.
But you know
Typically,
how
when
social media talks. Remember somebody put a rumor out that what was that? What was the rumor they put out about that player from the
hey, Big Low wants to join, Jack. Big Low wants to join.
I'm thinking about this one. Big Low?
Yeah.
He on break too? Bodie, what's going on with your crew, man?
So stupid, man. Drop the link in there, man. Stop talking trash about Big Low. Stop it.
We got
You
special
already
guests.
didn't drink the man's moonshine. You already insulted him yesterday.
We got special guests watching, man. He ain't gonna tap in. But he's tapped in, but he's not gonna say nothing. We got somebody. We got special guests watching, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, that just rubs me the wrong way, Jack. You had one job. Your job is to know the play. You got one job, bro. That rubs me the wrong way.
Look,
so
let's get Big Low. You can send Big Low the link as we start breaking down some of this.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I got you.
I got to start getting to this mock. We're gonna do less than an hour left for this mock. I want fans to know what's going on with the Falcons right now. Haven't done anything in the past couple of days, really. They look to be set for the draft, ready to go. And of course, moves will be made after the draft. Undrafted free agents. It's probably going to be a lot of young guys that's going to be helping out this defense this year, as you guys can see. But as we break down this depth chart projection, I mean, you got Leonard Floyd, who's already penciled in, right? You got to pencil in Zach Harrison, too, as well. He's going to be there playing that 60. You also got Arnold Ebiketie down there. The situation with him this year with the contract, the Falcons decide to keep him long term. The Falcons going to decide to let him walk after this season. We'll see. You also have Braylon Trice coming back from injury. Morgan Fox. We don't talk enough about this. Fans, I want y'all to honestly really bank on this guy Morgan Fox here with the Falcons. Morgan Fox is a sleeper when it comes to players who get their shine in the NFL. He's going to come in and he's going to randomly get about 3-4 sacks this year, probably even more. Right? Morgan Fox's tape is actually pretty nice too as well. He gets around on that field, man. He's active. Flashy, speedy guy, knows how to get off of guards and centers that try to hold him up every now and then. But Morgan Fox is a mover, man. I actually like the move that the Falcons made, bringing in Morgan Fox and Divine Diablo. Two, I think, key pieces that can help out this team this year. And they have to be healthy, too, as well. You need them at 100%. We got Big Low. Big Low, is he back? Is he in the room?
I dropped it in the chat.
Well, I mean, they got a couple more minutes before the next car pulls up. So, Falcon fans.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Hit that like,
big
share,
out there, man. Come on in. Come on, join, brother.
Look, don't forget about the homie, D'Angelo Malone, too, as well, man. Special teams unit, but you saw D'Angelo Malone get some snaps last year toward the end of the year. And he pushed some production out there. He's Western Kentucky sack leader, too, as well. You got to get these guys where you need them to be, right? I think Arthur Smith, when he had some of these guys in the building, he had them all over the place. It just coached them the wrong way, man. You got Raheem in the building now. Of course, Jimmy Lake, too, as well, followed that Arthur Smith method, just coached them the wrong way, too. These guys are some really solid talent you have in the building, man, with Leonard Floyd, Zach Harrison, David Amiyata. You have some pieces here I think is really going to help you. Caden Ellis, AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates. Some would say, of course, Mike Hughes, and my boy D. Alford, man. Big shout out to Glow. But Dwayne Ruffin, exactly, Jack. I got Morgan Fox with 5+ sacks. I'm taking the over. I said 3.5 for Morgan Fox. Now, if he gets 5 or 6, hey, we really winning. We really shining. That's your demon play for Prize Picks this year. Not we're promoting it, but your demon play for Morgan Fox is 3.5. Plus 5+.
His name is no longer Dak Spade. Tiger Parlay. Tiger
Man, Tiger
parlay.
parlay, man. I'm killing it with the parlays. I actually just won. I'm looking at it right now as they just sent me another green slip. Um, but yeah, man, it's going down in a major way, man. For all you Falcon fans here in the chat, let's go ahead and get to this mock here shortly. We did talk about Jalen Ramsey. Go ahead and pull this back up. If Jalen Ramsey ends up here on the Falcons, I'm gonna say it right now. Jalen Ramsey ends up on the Falcons, you can go ahead and just crank the playoffs up. Get your playoff money ready. Defense is gonna be shook. You got Terrell over there. You got Jesse Bates back there. You got Jalen Ramsey roaming around talking shit. Come on. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And you've heard, you saw the interview. I don't have to keep talking about it. Go look up Jalen Ramsey talking about Raheem Morris. Right? Go look up who Jalen Ramsey's agent is. Right? If the Falcons want to spend any money, Terry, at this point, if you want to make one flashy move, and this ain't like the flashiest of the flashiest, but for this offseason, this would be kind of flashy. Go get Jalen Ramsey.
No doubt about it. Because look at that back end is covered. That back end is covered. So now, and it's gonna make
now your front four
better.
gets to the door. Now your front four.
Yeah.
Yo, quarterback.
Yeah.
Now Dorless, Rook, you can put me out there. I'm getting to the quarterback. I'm losing a lot of weight too as well. I might even get back out there. If they don't pick who I want them to pick at 15, I might get back out there.
Oh wow. You got to answer the call, Jack. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to, you got to be about that action, man.
Looking for my football.
Sometimes you got to do it yourself, Jack.
I got my helmet.
You got it? Okay. I see you.
Ready to go?
I see you.
All Ra gotta do is hit me up. Ra! Hit me up. Georgia, Texas boy. Williams and Trice could be bookends with AK and Floyd as situation pass rushers. I need, you see, now we're putting this on, the podcast here, Georgia, Texas boy. Your comment, but we didn't pencil in a Mike Green or a Campbell or a Walker too. If that happens. Right? So I want to go Michael Williams on this, but if you put Mike Green, just imagine Mike Green. Let me go back to this depth chart. Just put Mike Green in there. Man, come on, bro. T. Will.
Yeah.
You need a guy that's going to get you 10 plus sacks. You want to take if you're doing the gambling thing, you know how you guys go look at your props. You see like Jokic from the Nuggets. He don't have like a prop that's under 20, right? Like you're not going to get, you might have rebounds that's over 10 for him, but he's not going to have like no rebounds at like 6.5. Jokic, he averages his double-doubles every night. We know Jokic. Same for LeBron too as well, right? It might be 8 plus assists or like 8 plus 10 plus rebounds. When you look at Mike Green, I can see next season, like you talking about 10 plus sacks. You got to start the line at 10.
Hey, man.
For Mike Green alone, you got to start it at 10. Man, had 17 last year.
I will take it.
And when's the last time we had a pass rusher give us 10 plus sacks?
It's been a minute, man.
In the season.
It's been a minute. Vic Beasley, I guess.
And what year was that?
2016, brother. You know what?
Will send us back. The only thing different this year could be we ain't playing in Houston.
Hey, man. Don't threaten me with a good time, Jack. We'll see, man. Either way, I'm excited, man. I think good things are going to happen this draft. I really do. I just have a good feeling about it. And I think we'll pick the best defensive players, man. The emphasis got to be on defense, and you got to do what you got to do, man. And the thing about it is, for the most part, Terry has competent pieces all over the defense. So while he needs to go edge rusher, he doesn't necessarily have to with what he's got, right? If again, I wouldn't be mad if they took Starks. I would not be mad if they took Starks. I wouldn't be mad if they took Will Johnson. Now, I would be ecstatic if they took Mike Green or Jalen Walker or Jihad Campbell. I would, one of those three. I'd be, or Mikael Williams. One of those. I'd be ecstatic about it. Either way, I'm good. But I would not be mad
I know right now.
if those guys are gone and you say, you know what, let's take Will Johnson or let's take Malachi Starks because it only enhances that back end.
I'm taking corner out the mix right now.
You taking it out the mix?
I'm
We
taking
got
corner
what,
out the
six?
mix.
We
I'm
got
gonna go
six on the
ahead.
roster. We got six on the
I'm
roster
gonna
now.
say it right now. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm taking corner. This is at 15. This is my first. This is my day one. I'm taking corner out the mix. I'm taking
Okay,
offensive line out the mix.
that's fair. Yeah, I
So
hope they
now
don't.
you're left with safety. Okay, you know what? I'm taking corner out the mix. I'm taking wide receiver out the mix. I'm taking offensive line out the mix. Taking quarterback, taking running back out the mix.
That's
So that leaves
obvious.
you with what now, Terry?
Safety, edge, linebacker, defensive lineman. Um, basically all three tiers of the defense.
I and I'm giving you Malachi Starks, Michael Williams, Jalen Walker, Mike Green. I'm giving you the picks that I think is right there in play.
Yeah.
I just can't count Kelvin Banks right now. You give a day before the draft, randomly the Falcons fly everybody out to Texas. Oh my gosh, it's Kelvin Banks.
Mm.
It's Banks at 15. A day before the draft, they fly everybody out to Texas A&M. We might be looking at Shamar Stewart.
No, I hope not. I hope not.
But I'm just saying in
I
general,
hope. Yeah,
I'm
I get
looking at where the Falcons are falconing,
it.
and it seems to be UGA, Walker, or Williams.
Or
Is
Starks, because Ulbrich loves Starks.
a couple weeks ago, I was up here after Jordan Fuller. I'm that's a Raheem guy. Fuller's a Raheem guy.
Yeah, but
So I'm just
you could put Starks in a big nickel, could you not?
you also just brought back D Alford. You signed two more cornerbacks this offseason.
That's true. That's true.
Like, I'm just trying to look at their undrafted moves. I mean, they did catch D Alford in that type of role a couple years ago. They might find a gem they might find a gem at camp.
That's fair.
I'm
That's
just
fair.
trying to put it all into like this bubble of what the Falcons could do, right? They're gonna have a bunch
Uh,
of undrafted free agents out there. Who's random to make the 53? Like, I can call a lot of people I think is on the 53, but there was those 1 and 2 guys that randomly show up at camp and it's like, bro, this is gonna
yeah.
be tough.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That is fair. That's
And
fair.
Starks, you can pencil in. That's right, because you do need another safety. I can say that. Let's go back to this depth chart projection, so that way everybody can see that part. Because this is very important. We're about to do this mock in a minute. Jesse Bates, Fuller, Benny Sapp, and DeMarco Helms. No disrespect to Sapp, but fans would kind of put him out as he's not on here. This is not me. This is what fans would say. Malachi Starks would fit right there into your role. You, Fuller, however, we're going to switch them around with Helms. Don't forget about he's coming back from injury. D. Alford, Natron Brooks, you're going to be putting Starks into that slot role too as well, all over the field. But Terry, up here up front, you got a couple guys that's out the door, man. They're on that rookie contract, man. Might
Yeah.
have to go look at your edge rusher. Might have to go look at that pass rusher, man. Are they getting everything they want out of Ebiketie? I hope so. I hope they get it this year.
I think they will. I think they will. You know, the other thing you got to look at is with the previous regimes, like what were you doing? Like what were you doing from a deep? If you got 5 sacks from Ebiketie in literally 4 weeks, what the hell was the previous regime doing? And it might not be all on them. You know, maybe it clicked for them. But I gotta think, being that we had him all year last year, and the one time he really clicked was in that 4 to 5 week period. That's coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So again, you know, we got to do our part to coach them up. And you know, from what I'm told, Nate Ollie is a great defensive line coach.
I am so glad you just mentioned that because that was my next commentary. We have to give credit to their new defensive line coordinator. Talking about Nate Ali. I'm sorry, I'm all jumbled up with words. Nate Ali now joining the Falcons in the mix, coming over from the Texans. And you saw what he did with the Texans defensive line over there too as well. This guy can get after it when it comes to the Falcons. And he got some young guys here too.
Yeah.
So Dorless, this could be a step up for him. Rook, this could be a step up for him. And we got some dogs over here on that defense now. There are
Yeah.
some fans that just want to see them make an impact. That's all it is. Last year we were calling Eddie Goldman and Grady Jarrett and what's his name, David Amiyad. We call out so many people, but of course, at the end of the season, we just didn't get the job done. Going into like week 10, we were like what, 9 sacks or something into week 10.
Mm-hmm.
People were calling us the almost there crew. Oh, almost there, almost there.
Oh wow.
I remember the joke. I remember people kept joking, talking shit,
Oh,
and I was like, "Yeah, but guess what? We're 6-3. Hi, we're winning the division. Yeah,
gotta be
sacks.
quicker
Huh?
than
Sacks is like the cap space. Huh? Yeah.
be
Yeah,
quicker than
honey,
that.
and then what happened? Then you
Yeah.
needed that defense. Then you needed it at one point. That
Yeah.
losing streak, you needed that. You
Yeah.
didn't have it. You come back after the bye. What were we? What were we? Top 5 in the league in like sacks or pressure rates there
Oh no. That for
after the
that we were
bye.
number one. We were number when we came back on that 4 or 5 week span. We were number one in the league. We literally picked up 26 sacks in 5 games. Think about that for a second. 26 sacks in 5 games. That times that's what, 5 a game, 4.5 a game. That's on a pace for like 60, 65 sacks in the season. In
Georgia,
that
Texas boy.
in that window,
Georgia,
right?
Texas boy in the chat. Also, everywhere Nate Ali has been has been a mixture of young guys and young vets. Always pulled off at least 40 plus sacks. Hey man, I'm telling y'all, Falcon fans, we got a guy in the building here with Jeff Ulbrich that can really turn some things around. Nate Ali. Don't forget about Jerry Gray in that secondary. Imagine if Jerry Gray was to get his hand, get with Jalen Ramsey on this team. Imagine if Jalen Ramsey was to join this secondary with Jesse Bates and AJ Terrell, and you got Jerry Gray back there coaching over there. Right, Raheem, man, come on, dog. Something's gonna remind me close to that Rams team if they pull that off. It's gonna miss that. It's gonna be missing that Aaron Donald, but it's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna look real close. That secondary is gonna be tight back there. Ramsey gets over there.
And it's gonna do
But
nothing but make that defensive line better. It's gonna make
yep.
that front
But because these are rumors, and
right.
this is the rumor report. Whenever we talk about rumors on One Time for the Fan, it hasn't happened. So we're not going to throw all our eggs into one basket that Jalen Ramsey is a Falcon. Now, if it happens, One Time for the Fans going live. Breaking news. So
If it
set your
happens, I'm gonna get
notification.
a call from my brother. And the first
If it
thing
happens right now, I'm telling you, it's we going live all day. We ain't gonna stop.
if it happens, I'm gonna get a call from my brother, and he's gonna be like, "We're going to the Super Bowl." It's gonna be first words out of his mouth. We're going to the Super Bowl. LBB. What was it? He's BLB. He's gonna be like, LBB. We're going to the Super Bowl. Pack your bags. We're going. Let's go. That's the first thing Eric is gonna say.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
We trade
Then
for
he can go
Ramsey,
back. Yeah, he can go back to finish cleaning the gutters because
oh damn.
since
Oh wow. All right.
since
Hey,
November,
BLB, it wasn't me.
since
You
November
know
he
it
hasn't
was.
showed up. He's busy right now. He doing stocks. He
He
ain't
is.
got time for this.
But he has his spies. So word will get back to him.
Yeah.
Word will get back to my brother.
Yeah, he got somebody in the chat probably. Yeah, Jack Spade over here talking about your E. Your E, man. Yo, dog. Probably done PM'd them already. Yo, dog, man.
Probably has. And you know who the spy is. So, and it's not me, ladies and gentlemen. It's not me.
Here.
I'm not the spy.
Hey, man, this is great talking Falcons football. So many people's here in the chat live, man. So many people here in the chat because the chat is lit. Look at this. Man, next week, Thursday, April 24th, man, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. YouTube, StreamYard, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. So much going on. Special guests, live giveaways. Live giveaways are live, T-Will.
Look at the chat.
Don't tell me. Oh, jeez. He's already.
Yeah. You already know who it is.
I screenshot it. I screen recorded you.
You already know.
DSGB Hall. That's the homie right there, though, man.
Hey man, DSGB is that dude. What up, DSGB?
That's the homie, man. It's always something. It's always something random and weird when I link up with DSGB Hall on some. I have to get here, or could you end up taking me here? Like Arizona had a flight to catch a couple years ago. Falcons Cardinals. I booked the flight for 8 something because the game would have been over in time. Of course, the game's gonna be over. It's Arizona. Game's gonna be over in time. We'll make it back to the airport. It's gonna be fine. Game goes into fucking overtime.
Damn.
And you know me. Is the Falcons or the flight? And I got my navigation set. I'm like, well, shit. It's gonna take me about 20 minutes to get to the gate. You know, I'm doing that, you know. We gonna make it time. So I'm on that. Oh yeah, it's gonna take about 10 minutes to get here. There's gonna be no traffic. You know the type of time, Terry, when you're like, oh yeah, I can be there in 10 minutes when
Jack,
they're like 45 away.
Jack, Lowe's backstage. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Are you good?
Big Low.
What's going on,
Big
T.
Low.
Will?
What's going on, man? What in the world, Bo?
What in the world, Bo? That's why I said what's going on, T. Will, because
Damn.
I ain't really talking to Jack
get
right
some
now.
views now. 3,000 subscribers. You got to get some views now.
I ain't really
Going
talking
up.
to Jack. The Jack was like a best friend to me, but
Oh wow. There's trouble in paradise, Low. Is that
that
what
trouble in
you said?
paradise, man.
Oh,
It's
wow.
something right in the state of Denmark. Bo, let me tell you something.
Oh wow.
So for all of y'all that don't know Southern etiquette, right? If a country boy offers you some moonshine,
You take it.
you take now. Look, the thing is like if you a person that don't drink or whatever, I didn't know. I will feel even worse. I'll feel disrespectful to you, But when I know you drank Tito's 8 days a week,
He said 8 days a week.
It's one of them situations where it's like, oh, okay,
Didn't
well,
have none yesterday too. Well, I had some last night, but not what I'm talking about.
Jack is drinking Tito's right now, Big Low.
look, he'll drink Tito. He go drink my moonshine. He go drink my moonshine.
Oh.
He'll drink the Tito's though. Yeah, he cool with that.
So you saying he threw his pinky up in the air at you and was like, no moonshine for me, thank you. Is that what you're saying? He was too good for you moonshine?
You talk about feeling disrespected.
Oh wow.
It did. So I'm like, oh, it's cool. He probably just don't want to mess up his golf game or whatever. So I'm like, that's fine. So at the end of the round,
oh wow. Oh wow.
At the end of the round,
I'm like, twice. He turned you down twice. Oh wow.
2 times.
Man.
Oh,
2 times.
Wow. Oh.
I'm like, hey Jack, you want some? You ain't got to drink it now. You can take it home if you want to.
Oh,
I mean, I understand, because we don't condone drinking and driving, So I'm like, hey, you just take a little sip home. I just, you can just taste it if you want to.
Damn.
Nah, I think I'm good. I was like,
wow.
Oh
wow.
Well, I beat John Brown. Okay, you're good.
Oh wow. I don't even know what to say.
I did say the next time we play golf, I'll definitely take a shot.
That's even worse. That's
exactly.
Exactly. Oh wow.
Exactly.
I was dialed in. Dialed in. Look, I'm feeling like Tiger trying to make the cut over here. Like I got another 18 holes to play.
That's like don't call me. I'll call you. Yeah.
Exactly. That's even worse, T. Will. Then he hit me with that. Yeah, we'll definitely do it next time. I I keep my stuff to myself.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So hey, Big Low. I know he's your boy and he's still coming to the cookout, but is he in the back now? Is he in the far back in that section with those folks at the cookout? Like he would have been up front before yesterday, but has his table seating arrangement changed since yesterday's?
Jack gonna have to sit at the kitty table. Jack gonna have to sit at the kitty table. No ribs, no steaks.
Oh wow.
On the hamburgers and hot dogs.
Well, you know, he wants a rubber tire anyway when it comes to steaks, though.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about it.
He wants
I
that
forgot all
well.
about it.
Even Berto wants that well done rubber tires, so it's all right. It's all
What?
right there. It's all right. I
Man, Jack, you
bet
know
if
you
Man,
Berto comes to the cookout, he's not at the kitty table, is he, Lo? I bet, yeah, because Berto
nah,
was,
yeah, see, yeah, Berto elevated. See, Berto, yeah, he's
yeah. Berto just
yeah,
got the call.
yeah,
Berto
you
just
know,
got the call.
Berto got to call up. He just came up from AAA.
Oh, Jack, you've been sitting down to AAA. You got
Falcon fans,
Hey, Jack, boy, I tell
hit
you,
that
boy,
like
I was
and
like, I
subscribe
still,
button. Ain't
I
gonna
could,
ain't gonna roast me all day on my podcast. No more.
I just said, I just couldn't believe it. You know, I mean, you know, most of the time, whenever I say, hey, you know, you want some moon, because I don't bring it out for anybody.
oh
You
Hey,
wow.
know,
hey, T. Will, did we invite Country here to talk about moonshine, talk about Falcons? Because these Falcon fans
Hey,
in here,
hey,
like, I'm trying to talk
hey,
Falcons.
hold up. Look here, man. We at country can talk about what country want to talk about. Okay, sir.
I
He's
mean,
being really rude now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Big Lo.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I just want to
Let
talk
me
about my feelings.
apologize for Jack. He's a little beside
No, look, that's my
Don't let
fault.
T. Will come
That's
over here,
my
Country,
fault.
trying to make everything better over here. Like, hey, Country, you available Tuesday at 6:30? Like, I swear. Him over, T. Will over here. Yeah, Country, yeah,
Look,
get on Jack. Yeah, tell Jack
look,
what's going on. Country, you available at
look,
Thursday mornings at
look.
9:30?
At the end
This
of the
phone
day,
call.
that's my fault. You know, I guess I just got get used to being denied. You know, I just try to come on and talk about my feelings. I got denied again, T. Will.
Yeah,
I got
you know,
denied again.
I'm
You
trying to
know,
help your boy out. I'm trying to help him out. He don't even see it. He don't even see I'm working for his good. He don't see that.
but see, you know, he put it on you. He put it on you, T. Will.
I
So
know,
I mean,
right? I
dang,
know. Talking about I'm trying to have you on my show on Tuesday. But hey, Lo, let's talk about how Jack did you on Tuesday. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Jack. I'm just kidding.
Hey, man,
I'm
it's
about to be
going
booted
down
off.
in a
I'm gonna be
major
like,
way.
hello? Are you guys there? Are you guys there? Hello? What's up?
So you know, it's all love, Jack. You know,
Uh,
we just can't talk about moonshine, but it's all love.
All T will gonna do is just go live on his channel. Yo, there, Jack. I got my own channel. The Sports Nut is in the chat. Rise up, fellas. The Sports Nut is in the chat. Look,
what up,
I
sports
see
nut? What up,
82 Mike comment
Carlo?
talking. He said, Dan T will got his hot sauce out in his belt off. Sheesh.
Damn. Hold up. Where's that hot sauce?
Not
I
BTA.
know I keep that thing on
Not
me. Hold on.
BTA. Gosh, you gotta go get up to go get the hot sauce. You
Got that
keep it
thing on.
nearby? No,
I keep that
bro,
thing on me.
that was just a
Since
podcast
no, I
prop.
keep
You
it on
literally
me.
keep it nearby.
I keep that thing on me.
Gosh, the new over
See, we
under
ain't
is
playing no game.
if T Will keeps that. God, not that thing on him. Not that hot sauce. Matter of fact, for extra points, Terry, what kind of hot sauce is that?
It's Bull Louisiana original recipe hot sauce. I put that shit on everything.
It's like level 4.
I put that shit on everything. What's that commercial? Is it Red Hot hot sauce? I put that shit on everything. That's what that is. Tell them about the gun line.
Soccer fans, we got Big Low Country here. Talk about the gun line, ball. Soccer fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Head on over to my ATL Sports. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Head over to Big Low Country Sports on YouTube. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. T Will's laugh in the back of me talking is just hilarious. It makes for a good sound bite. I'm telling you.
It
really
Clip
does.
farming here.
It really
We're clip farming now.
Tell about the gun line, boss.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe. T Will, I expect you to start doing videos where you walk past somebody, drop something, and when they pick it up, you sign it for them, and then you just walk away.
Yeah.
The aura
Hey,
farming. What they call
God.
country? Aura farming?
That would be
Or a
big,
farmer, yeah.
that would be you or Big Low. That wouldn't be like I'm not enough of a celebrity you guys are public figures. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm not a celebrity like you guys. So,
Have you
you
guys
know,
seen those
you
videos
guys.
yet where they drop something on the ground and somebody picks it up and then they go sign it for them, like they tried to get the person's autograph or something? Like,
I mean,
I never seen that before.
wouldn't you have to be a celebrity to do that? Like, I don't know that I'd have the stones to do that. Oh, you dropped this. Let me sign this for you because I'm T. Will from One Time for the Fame. There
shit.
you go. Have a
Will, I'm
great
telling you,
day,
man.
babe. I'm just
telling you,
saying.
T.
Hey,
Will.
hey
Last
guys,
time you
hey,
went
hey
down,
guys, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm in the drive-through like T Will. Give me 1 second. Oh,
can you count the fries for us too? Like
Oh
T. Will?
shit! I
Person
can't
that's in
count
the
them
chat.
from here. Oh shit!
82 Monte Carlos in the
Oh,
chat. Matter of fact, he can't count them, but apparently there should be 27. What you say? It was 27 in the back?
between, I'd say if it's a medium, between 27 to 40, somewhere in there. 27 to
This
40.
man said between
If it's
7 to
large,
40 fries
if
should
it's
be in the
large, it's
bag.
going to be 50 or more. If it's large, it's going to be 50 or more.
T. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I had some fries the other day. My kids, they love the fries from McDonald's. I went to go get some fries. I did not count the fries in the bag. I just dumped them out. But I looked randomly and I said, T. Well does have me thinking about how many fries in the package. Because I feel like they shorted me. I feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like you see the Chipotle videos where if you go to Chipotle with your phone out, the workers get kind of nervous because, you know, you're recording them, give you less portions that you're supposed to be getting, right? So I guess now the recording, the workers giving them more, and now these workers that Chipotle, they're stacking up the Chipotle, they're stacking it to the top of the box. They can't even close it. T. Will, right?
Oh, sure. I'm gonna keep that. I have my phone. I'm gonna keep that thing on me like T Will. Then
Hey,
whenever I go to Chipotle.
Concrete, telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Oh wow.
Talking about the gun line boss, he said Trappy's, Georgia, Texas boy said Trappy's got the vinegar. You see, Trappy's got the vinegar in it. Some good on some greens.
Yeah, man.
Wait a minute. Who got vinegar in their green?
You don't eat vinegar on your greens, though? You never had that?
Look, I mean, there are two ways to eat vinegar, right? And there's two ways to say vinegar. But with that being said,
wait, what?
He said vinegar.
Hold on, what did you say? There's two ways to
y'all never heard y'all grandma say vinegar?
No.
Y'all grandma didn't say vinegar.
I never heard
okay.
I never heard my kids say that. I did not. No.
You never heard of vinegar? Okay. Well, anybody in the chat, if y'all heard the old folks say vinegar, chime in.
Vinegar.
But yeah, look. Hold on, Jack. Now chill out. You saying it a little aggressively. You know, chill out. You know, chill out.
Yo. Hey, yo.
Wow. Hey,
vinegar. Nah, don't put that. You know that. Okay, don't put that in there.
Lo, when my grandmother would say help, sometimes she would say hope. She'd be like,
yeah, you gotta hope.
Terry, come help me. Come what? Come. But I learned it. But yeah, she would do that with help. She would do that with help.
Now, did your grandma ever say rinse it off instead of rinse it off?
Yes, she did. She did say rinse it off, baby. Come over here. My dear need. And she always spoke of herself in third person. So she'd be like, baby, come over here. My dear needs you to rinse this off. Rinse it off, baby. Come on. You know my dear tired. She's always tired. My dear tired, baby. Come on over here. So she would do that. Yeah, I heard her say rinse. I heard her say hope. There's a couple more I can't remember now. But yeah, she did. I remember it affectionately.
Iron Mike in the chat. He said this man got the stat line. My bad, T. Will. Iron Mike said you got the stat line of the bag of fries, man. That's crazy, man.
It's an OCD thing, man. I can't
stat line on the bag of fries.
I can't explain it. I don't know why. I don't even know why it started one day. But it's just like once it started, my brain just like, oh, wait a minute, make sure, and I just do it. So yeah, I'm weird. I know.
Somebody caller said, and you got to wrench them off at least 3 times.
Yeah, you do, Carlo. Gotta wrench them off.
Texas boy said,
you don't wrench them off 3 times.
How about
wrench them off 3 times? You gonna find some fishing. You gonna find some fishing bait in there.
Low, how about instead of rich, how about retch around? Your grandma ever say retch around instead of reach?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I'm,
Rich Round.
I'm
Back
So you
there
gonna
behind
find some.
refrigerator.
my brother and I are originally from Alabama. I'm from Montgomery and he's from wait. Ain't heard of no vinegar, but I heard of Frigidator. Oh wow! Oh wow!
Hey, yo,
Oh
I
wow!
get back to talking Falcons football, man. I'm dying over here.
Wow!
Okay. My bad, Jack. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. I know sometimes I get off,
Hey, Lo, don't let Jack make you feel bad. Whatever. Jack will be all right. Jack will be all right.
Oh my
My
God.
bad, my
Be
bad,
okay.
Jack. I know
Yo.
sometimes, man.
No, man.
Sometimes,
This for
sometimes I
one
get
time
off
for the fans,
topic.
but this
Sometimes.
shit is, man, y'all are hilarious, man. The chat, everybody here talking Falcons football. Now, this is great, man. We just having a couple jokes here. The mock is up. Fans probably sitting here like, they in the 7th round yet, man. We ain't even started the joker yet.
Let's go. Let's get it.
But we just having a good time, man. Nah, man. Wrench around and wrench it off.
Ranks it off.
Hey.
Ranks it off.
Georgia Texas boys in the chat, man.
Ranks
All
it
right.
off. I could tell if we went to Georgia Texas boy house, somebody there could cook. Just by like the colloquialisms that he uses, I bet you there would be cornbread, collard greens, and fried chicken, and it would be delicious. I'm just saying.
Cornbread with meat in it.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's the only way to have it, Lo. Only way to have it. Yeah. All right, let's get to this draft, man.
Hey,
All right.
big shout out Georgia Texas boy. Big shout out everybody in the chat. Let's get to mocking it up. A couple of days away before the draft, Big Low Country Sports is going to be joining us next week. One of the special guests for our NFL Draft Night podcast here on One Time for the Fans. It's going to be great. We're not doing the whole weekend. We're just doing the first day. And, of course, we're doing about 4 hours that day, too, as well. So it's going to be a long day of talking Falcons with who else? The chat. So it's going to be great that you guys can sit back and enjoy. So many other content creators and people's going to be talking Falcons football and stuff, too. So people's going to be, jumping around from different channels. It's cool because we're live from 7 until 11. And if the Falcons do decide to trade back and it goes after 11, I mean, we ain't leaving until the Falcons make their pick. And then after they make their pick, we have to talk about it. We have some people that's joining us before the pick and people that's joining us after the pick. So big shout out to everybody who's going to be here talking Falcons football next week. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. live giveaways. Of course, the super chats are open. We did cap off the number already. We've reached the goal. T-Will, big shout out to you. Big shout out to Kerry. Big shout out to Bodie. Everybody who's been here on One Time for the Fan this offseason since we mentioned the live giveaways. All the super chats that we were getting, I matched it, and we're going to do some live giveaways next week. So right now, Kerry has about 5 gifts or more, I think it is. I think Lisa Shepard, too, as well, is going to be assisting us. And then we have Michael from Puerto Rico who sent over something too as well. So I'm waiting on that to reach here. But also they're dealing with a situation in Puerto Rico too, where I don't know if his
power
is
went
out,
out,
but
right?
Yeah, they had the same situation a couple years ago where the infrastructure kind of messed up or something. But man, big shout out to you, Mike, if you're watching, if you're listening. Hope everything's good with your family, people around you, man. Like, take care of what you have to take care of. I did notice that you're not here on the show this morning. You've been here recently, but hopefully everything's okay, man. We definitely praying for you, brother. Country, what's up?
What up? I was just thinking about it on Mike, because I was normally on here. So you definitely in our prayers. And if I volunteer a jar of moonshine, I'm sure the people whoever would happen to win it would take it. I'm sure they would.
Oh wow! He's not letting it go.
Just deny me.
Sheesh.
So shouts out to everybody who understands Southern hospitality and Southern etiquette. Shouts out to everybody who does that.
Can't even imagine drinking moonshine playing golf the way Big Low was out there.
Oh my God, you're making it worse, Jack. Jesus, read the room. Jack, please.
Exactly, right?
I'm reading
exactly.
the room.
Most people be like, man, I could drink moonshine, play golf with Big Low Country. Most people be like, that sounds like a good time.
forgot I had to get
Man,
back to the
boy.
core values of one time for the
Oh
fans.
my
I
God.
apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's get back to the draft,
If I was
please.
gonna
Wow.
turn some
Can we
shit
get
up
to
here,
the
I would
draft?
tell you that.
Can we
King
get to
Richie's
the
in the chat. Georgia Texas boys in the chat. Diva CC Sexy Red Peach is in the chat. Just saying,
what's going
hey,
on,
don't
Diva?
have on my glasses. So can you tell me what the flyer says? Sure. I'd love to tell you. It says one time for the fan. Go ahead and see how you see it. One time for the fan, 2025. One time for the fan, NFL Draft Night podcast, special guests and live giveaways. Thursday, April 24th. That's next Thursday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Of course, you know where to find us on these channels. And there's a lot more channels too as well to find us. But we're going to be doing some live giveaways next week. We got a lot of Falcon fans are going to be joining us, content creators, everybody who just loves talking Falcons football. From the panel to the chat, we're just having a good time. We start at 7 and a little bit, maybe 11 after shortly. Depends on when the Falcons make their pick. And we have all of our special guests who's going to be joining us next week show up and get a chance to talk about the Falcons. And then, of course, with the live giveaways, who knows? It could be the first 5 minutes of the show, it could be 30 minutes of the show, it could be every hour on the show. Carrie's doing a good job of, making sure everything's uh, set up correctly. She's very organized. So big shout out to Miss Carrie. Big shout out to Bodie, T Will, everybody from One Time for the Fan. Like I said, Country will be here too as well next week. A lot of content creators too. So make sure you guys head over to their pages and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. But it's gonna be great. So come on back next week and have a good time. Of course, we have our Sunday night show as well. We're probably going to have a pop-up show before the Wednesday show next week, and then our scheduled Wednesday 8 p.m. show, and then, of course, 7 to 11, 4 hours we have prepared on our calendar for next week. So you guys can do what? Join us and talk Falcons. Diva CC says, okay, I'll put it on my calendar. Big shout out to Diva CC in the chat. Lisa Shepard, who's joining us again next week, too, as well. She said, hey, y'all. Can't wait to find out who the next Falcon will be. Well, I'm on the same page as you, Leisha. I can tell you that. Let's go ahead and get a mock since we got Bigelow Country here. I'm going to go ahead and pause this draft here quickly. Bigelow Country. You there, Bigelow?
Low,
he
dropped. He dropped off.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It is after 12:25. I did tell them that the driveway has to be finished.
Wow.
Big shout out to everybody here.
Wow.
We're going to get to the mock draft so you fans can mock it up 6 days before the draft. I'm just going to go ahead. Before I hit resume draft, number 1, the first pick should be Cam Ward, right?
Yes, without a doubt.
Well, let's go. Yep, Cam Ward. Benson, Johnson, McMillan, Graham, Warren, Mike Green. No Mike Green yet. No Mike Green. Jalen Walker. This is one thing I've seen already, Terry, and this is just the mock draft simulators, but I do have to talk about it. Jalen Walker going off the board before 15. I already seen that a few times. San Francisco, Dallas, Chicago, somewhere in that area. Terry, with Jalen Walker off the board, it kind of leaves Campbell. It does leave Williams, and it also leaves a guy that we're 2 picks away from, Mike Green. So I just want to put that out there too as well. Who? Mike Green. Who?
Mike Green. Mike Green. You didn't set this to fast, did you?
I sure did.
Okay, now we're up. Are we looking for a trade? What are we doing here?
So I wanted Big Low to be in here so that way. Oh, there he goes. Big Low.
What up, Low? Low, we can't hear
Big
you.
Low, you can hear us?
Low, can you hear us?
Yo, Big Low.
Low, you there?
I think his connection is kind of choppy.
Connection might not be great. Low, you there?
Okay. He's muted his mic. Here we go. Diva CC's in the chat. No, we're not trading. Falcons learned their lesson last draft. I'm gonna do this first draft, Terry. I think we have enough time. I'm gonna do this first draft quickly without trades.
All right.
Right
All right.
now,
So
I'll do
who's
the second
available?
round trade. I won't do the first.
All right. That's cool.
But just to see what the trades could look like, the Detroit Lions are offering almost 3 to 4 picks, one for a future 2026 pick, to swap out for our 15 and 118. So you can see, Falcon fans, 3 trade offers. Maybe the Falcons get something like this next week.
No, I'm not doing that.
The Cardinals have called every single time on our simulator. That's so random.
Not doing
But
that.
with
That's
these 3 trades,
round pick. Yeah.
we're gonna reject all 3 of these. But I just want to let you guys know, Falcon fans, that this is what happens during draft week and draft night. Teams will be
Yep.
calling, trying to offer up their best and final picks to see who wants to take the bait. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm sitting at this position at 15. I'm looking at, Arnold Ibikady going into the final year of his contract. D'Angelo Malone, Brandon Trice coming back from injury. Those are just 3 guys that I'm just kind of like 50-50 on when it comes to, what they can get done this year and if they're going to be here long term. And I know we talked this morning about, some of these players, Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, and James Pierce Jr., and some of these other guys. But Terry, I'm trying to get to it now, right? I'm trying to get to it right now. Like,
Get to it,
I
man.
need week 1. I need to know that there's a guy out there
Wait.
to go out there and get 3, 4, 5
Hold up
sacks.
1 second. Is Shedeur Sanders there?
Shedeur Sanders is still on the board. Yes.
At 15. Wow.
Wow. Why you asking that?
Huh? Oh, about Shedeur, because I'm wondering if we should trade down, but I'm wondering if we should pursue a trade down.
Oh, okay.
For like somebody who'd want him, but I don't know that I necessarily want to trade with anybody. So yeah, you got Mike Green's there, man. Malachi Starks is there. Jack, can you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah, I'm on the chat page. Let me go back to the draft. All right. Plus, my son took my mouse, so I'm really working on this like it's 1997 on my computer right now.
I'm getting you a mouse for Christmas, Jack.
I have a bunch of them. It's just that my son just continuously takes them all the time, every single time. He probably has like 3 in his bag right now for some strange reason.
Wow.
And they're Falcon mouses too, so he's like, I'm taking this one. All right.
So we got Shedeur. Well, I think low.
There's really no reason to scroll or do anything at this point, T. Will.
I just want to see who else was there, but go ahead and take Mike Green, man. You want to take him? You got Mikel Williams. You got Mike Green. Go ahead and take him.
Jahad Campbell. Now, this is kind of like the question that Kerry asked earlier. If Michael Williams, Jalen Walker, and Mike Green was available, who would you take? A lot of fans said Mike Green. Jalen Walker at this point is off the board. So now we have Jahad Campbell, Mike Green, and Michael Williams from this mock draft simulator. For me, like I said, T. Will, Country, I'm trying to get after it week 1. I want teams to know that, hey, there's a guy over there. This dude got 10+ sacks last season, and his goal is to do the same thing in the NFL. I'm going Mike Green with the first pick.
Yes.
Go Mike Green.
I'm not mad at that at all. He's the only guy that's come out of the draft in recent years who people compare to Khalil Mack, and we know what kind of guy Khalil Mack was, especially in Chicago, and in Oakland with the Raiders. So yes, Mike Green. If you need an immediate impact, I think it's just like what the light indicates. It's a go. Like in the words of John Legend.
Shit. It wasn't in the words of John Legend. Going back to the mock draft here.
That's garbage.
The Vikings are called. Now I'm in the second round, Terry. So if I want to, I can take a draft. I can take a trade.
I would, but 97, you're not getting anything. Look, you got to make moves this year, bro. Reject that. We can seek a trade, but that ain't it. That ain't it right there.
You see, Falcon fans, this is how mock draft simulators work when we're doing podcasts. Imagine being in that room with Terry and Raheem and them when they get those calls and people hitting them up about, hey, we need to look into this, or this team might trade down, or this group is about to call. This is what we're doing here on the channel. Terry just told me straight up, why would you trade out the 46 to go take 92 from the Vikings, even though they're giving you 2 more extra picks next year. They don't care about next year. We need to get now. We're focused on now.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Terry.
Terry.
Terry's playing Terry. Look at that.
Terry's playing Terry.
Look
Terry and Raheem
look,
want to be here
that's
next
Terry
year.
right there.
Yeah, he does. He really does. Jack, can we take a look at defensive tackle?
Defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm. See who's there.
That's what you want to take a look at in the second round?
Right. Yeah.
Here is the thing, though. Your guys who were supposed to be there on the last mock draft simulator at 45, they're not there no more. Because they're moving up on the draft boards too as well. So now you have T.J. Sanders here, Darius Alexander here, Alfred Collins here.
Yeah, I like Alfred Collins a lot, but I wonder if you could get them in a later round. So, we got edge. You want to take a look at linebacker?
Shamar Turner, he's there at 83. And remember we did our draft last time when we got some picks to pick up around Shamar Turner.
At 46, though, that's a.
Yeah.
How are we looking at cornerback?
Well, don't forget Bigelow. Let's go back to Scott Karisic now with the depth chart projection here. If they decide to run with the way they want to run, you have AJ Terrell, Mike Hughes, Kevin King, who they just recently brought back too as well. Could he be a camp body? Could he make the 53? We'll see. Keith Taylor, they signed him in the offseason. Mike Ford signed him in the offseason. Are they good in the secondary, Bigelow Country? That's what I'm looking at. They have a couple guys who's familiar with, the Falcons because they've played here recently. So are they decent enough to go get another corner in the second? Because your second round corner is technically on your 53, Country.
Well, all I know is that whenever we got Jeff Okudah, who had a really good skill level, it opened up so much for us defensively. If you could have a legitimate number 2 cornerback, look, as a defensive coach, the possibilities are endless. In the words of KG, anything is possible whenever you could, because you could legitimately, run man, on the outside and just zone up the inside with that slot corner, kind of let him roam, almost like a third safety. You could run cover 9, where or cover 6, where you could just have be playing man coverage on one side or flip it and have man coverage on the weak side. So I mean, look, I really feel like, especially with this defense, I felt like last year Raheem Morris didn't trust the cornerbacks as much as he could have. That's why we were playing so much soft zone coverage. So, Mike Ford, is cool. All these other guys are cool, but are they legit number 2 cornerbacks?
Mm-hmm. Now that's a good look at it too. I mean, they did bring in they brought in some, you can say maybe some help, some depth pieces. Keith Taylor playing with the Chiefs recently, Mike Ford with the Browns recently, who also played in Atlanta a couple years ago. D. Alford coming back. Natron Brooks is still in the building. Mike Hughes, bringing him back on that 2-year deal. Maybe it's possible that they can go after their corner here in the second round. I've seen a lot of mocks where in the second round they have gone corner. And like Country just mentioned too as well. I mean, you had some problems in your secondary last year, and some of them were at corner away from AJ. So maybe this could be a season or the off season where they load up on cornerbacks and say, look, we're going to have to pick the best of the best to go out here and make this 53. Because how many people is really putting, their trust into Kevin King being on the 53 this year? Or maybe, some of the other guys who we haven't heard too much of. Let me go back and look at this depth chart thing. You have Kevin King back here, Lamar Jackson. Who knows if he's going to make the 53? Natron Brooks did have some snaps with us previously. But you got Clark Phillips, who's going to be out there fighting with D. Alford right there for that slot position. And don't even get me started on if they sign Jalen Ramsey, because all this shit changes, right? But at the end of the day,
exactly.
Country did mention it. The secondary.
But Clark Phillips feels more like a slot guy.
Yeah, and and we talked about that. Are they going to keep D. Alford, Clark Phillips? Are they going to have a camp battle? Is it going to be more of, their depth piece with D. Alford and Clark has the role already? Because we already know AJ and Mike might be penciled in as 1 and 2. Who's 3, 4, 5 and down the line? That's where the battles really come in. I mean, Mike Forbes, some could say, could be there because he's a special teams guy. That's why we brought back Felipe Franks, because that's a big special teams guy too as well. I don't pencil in Felipe Franks as the backup quarterback because he used to play quarterback. I have him right now as a special teams guy, and he's going to play some tight end too as well. But that cornerback position is very interesting. So for Country to mention these facts about how that secondary looked and Raheem's vision of what the secondary could be versus what happened last year, maybe in the second round they go look for a guy. But T. Will, you're here. Country, you're here. Here's y'all thoughts. We're in the second round of this mock. We're going to keep it moving here.
Can you scroll
we
down
are on the pick.
Can you scroll down a little bit?
Hey guys, I gotta jump off. But thank y'all so much for having me on for a few minutes. I always enjoy it.
Hey man, we always enjoy you, bro.
We appreciate it, Country. We
All right,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thank y'all so much.
We love having you. So all good, man.
All right, Country. I'll hit you in a little bit.
All right, Lo.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, big shout out to Big Low Country Sports, man. Y'all already know who Big Low is, man. So if y'all don't know who Big Low is, just type it in on Google. Big Low Country Sports, man. Talks a lot of Falcons football, has a channel on YouTube as well. But he puts out a lot of content out here that Falcon fans love, man. He's actually working on another video right now. I'm sure that one's going to go viral too as well because I just need to make sure I get my credit too as well. He can send this. You can send that check my way too when this video goes viral.
Oh wow,
man.
That's
how we doing it.
This dude, right?
Yep.
All right, man. Let's get to the draft, dude. Hey, scroll down for me, will you? You don't mind,
sir? Live and chat is it. That's the one thing about One Time for the Fan. I got to say, with the comments and everybody chatting and talking Falcons football, we'd love to put everything on the screen, but what we got going on is just so much. But we do try our best to put all the comments on the screen.
That we do.
All you that, man, for everybody that checked in today, T. Will can tell you because he has a channel of his own. We definitely appreciate everybody who's taking 5, 10, 15 minutes out of their day to come in here and talk about Mike Green, Jalen Walker, Kirk Cousins, Kyle Pitts, because we're all Falcon fans. We all want to win, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. T. Will?
Yeah. Can we scroll
back
down?
Defense.
All right, yeah. That's what I was trying to see. Who else was out there? Okay.
And here's the thing with the defense. I understand what Country's saying on corner, and I totally agree. Their moves they made this offseason has me believing that corner is just not really in their
right. I would agree.
Their first two.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. I would agree with that.
Because I think Mike Hughes is in with that contract as the 2. I can see him being the 2. Him and AJ's played 1 and 2 before. He's back on the team. And then in the slot, Clark and D is going to have their battle for that nickel spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then outside of that, Mike Ford Jr., line him up outside of AJ or Mike on the other side. 2 Mikes on one side. And then after that, that's where the battle comes into play. Now I can see it in your 4th. I can see them to where they take a corner in the 4th or 5th round because they don't expect him to know if he's going to make the 53. If he makes it, he makes it. But your 2nd round corner is on that team.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
These first 3 picks, 15, 46, and 118 is on the 3. So now you got 50 more players left to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be between Landon Jackson and Schlesinger here
from UCLA.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Landon Jackson. Let's go Landon Jackson. Because the D tackles that you're looking at are like, go back to D tackle. It's a bit of a reach there. It's a bit of a reach, right? I like Alfred Collins, but I feel like you could probably get him. You might look up. He's there, or you got Omar Norman Lott there. You could get him. You could probably get one of those with your next pick. And if not,
Deion Walker from Kentucky has dropped back on this similar pretty bad too as well.
Yeah. So I feel like you could do it. So let's go Um, let's go back to all, and let's take
Jalen Milrow. Let's shake it up a little bit for Kirk
yeah,
Cousins. Jalen Milrow.
yeah, let's not do that. Let's not ever do that. Let's go what do you think, Jack? Landon Jackson or Carson Schwarzenegger? Those are your choices.
Because I have my edge in Mike Green in the first round, I'm just gonna look at the Falcons not going edge again, like back to back.
Can you ever
Um,
have enough edges though?
I mean, especially with some of these players come out the draft, there's some solid players. But then again, a lot of people's gonna say that because they're fans. Oh yeah, this draft is loaded on defense, and then they get out there and you get a couple busts. But Mike Green is a solid pick with your first pick.
All
Terry,
right.
we have to replace Grady, right? We got to take over some. We got to put back some missing pieces of the puzzle here.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
Well, no. So you want to go D tackle?
if I'm going to tackle, if anything,
You're reaching. All right. So
it's a heavy reach, but it's gonna be the young man from. I like the young kid from Maryland too, but that's at 126. That's Jordan Phillips. If
you
it ain't
can't say,
Shamar at this point, if it ain't Shamar Turner for me, it's Jordan Phillips. So I'm
hey
gonna
man.
hold off on the D tackle on the second pick. T.
Yeah.
Let's go get. Is this a heavy reach though? Because he's gonna be gone late second round. I'm just gonna jump the clock here, man. I'm gonna take Barrett Carter, bro.
Take him. Take him.
I'm gonna
Take.
take Barrett Carter at your linebacker spot, man. I
Hey
think
Jack.
he will move up the draft board on day 2. So look for Barrett Carter, Falcon fans. Barrett Carter out of Clemson. Let this draft keep going. Jay Black is in the chat. Big shout out to Jay Black here talking Falcons football. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. He said double dip. He said double dip at edge again. Jack Sawyer. Jack Sawyer? Is Jack Sawyer even? Where is Jack Sawyer? Where I haven't heard about Jack Sawyer all this off season. Where is Jack? What the hell? Oh, what the?
They go fast, man. They go
Bro,
fast.
Jack Sawyer's already gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 7-0. Oh, okay.
All right, we're
703.
going back to 115. Watch Phillips be there now. Falcon fan, this is what draft night's going to feel like too as well. That's why we got those giveaways. Live giveaway, we're on the 10th pick. We ain't got time to sit there away from no commercials. We're doing another giveaway.
That's not bad, but we're not trading this one, right? That's that. It's not great, but it's not terrible because you get an additional fourth rounder for a seventh rounder essentially. You'd have to go down 20 spots, but you know, I don't know, man. You said we're not trading any, so go ahead and reject it.
I'm not going to trade any, but this is a damn good trade.
It's not a bad trade. That's not a bad trade. That's not a bad trade.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna accept this one.
All right, cool.
I got to accept that one right there. I just picked up an additional third. I just picked up another fourth. 2 fourth rounders.
You did. Yeah, you did.
This is where I go get my D tackle in my corner. Or I can go get my offensive lineman in my corner. But I'm doing it in the hopes of what, Terry? These guys will have to fight for their job. I just can't pencil in my fourth rounder as my starter just yet. So now we go over here. We look at defensive tackle. You got Pegs from Old Miss still there. Phillips is off the board. Of course, Phillips is off the board. Of course, he's gone. Yes, of course, he's gone. All right. We're going corner. One boy from LSU at. He's out here. He's still down here. He's gone too. Of course he's gone.
Of course he's gone.
Yeah, they're all gone. All right. So now we've already hit on 2 picks. We have Mike Green, Barrett Carter. We've already attacked the defense, Falcon fans. So you can't be upset about that. Sawyer ranked like 130. Clark Phillips is a ball hawk who has not even been given the right opportunities to. Big shout out to Jay Black in the chat. This is based off what the Falcons have right now on their roster. So I can't pencil in Jalen Ramsey here. He's not here. Can't pencil in any other moves that they've made if they haven't made the move. Let's go to safety. Of course, this guy was in the later rounds, late 5th, moving up quickly. T-Will, back to Scott Carissic's depth chart projection here.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mike Green penciled in over here at the edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Barrett Carter, who's now penciled in at the middle linebacker spot. He's there helping out Dede. He said he's there helping out JD and Troy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at this mock draft simulator. I'm looking at the depth chart. And T-Will, I see a spot there that Benny Sapp is sitting in. I think needs to be occupied. And of course, Malachi Moore, the safety from Alabama, can definitely
Let's
be
do
on the
it.
field. I think he has a chance of making the roster if he gets drafted by the Falcons.
Let's do it. You gotta pull it back up so we
Cowboys
can.
come calling too.
I
don't want to do too much this draft because we're already 2 hours into the show, so I'm just going to decline it. But that is actually a decent trade.
We're looking at the depth chart right now on the screen, Jack.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, Cowboys came calling.
That's not bad. That's actually not bad.
It's not bad. You're changing out your 147 for 149. Your
down.
toy team moves up to 204. You get a pick that's kind of closer that to your 149, so it doesn't hurt. But we're going to reject this one because they're the Cowboys. Right. We all hate the Cowboys. T-Will, Mike Green, edge rusher from Marshall, Barrett Carter, linebacker from Clemson, safety Malachi Moore from Alabama. That's our first 3 picks of this mock. Falcons were heavy on offensive linemen as well this offseason.
We need a backup center.
You do need a backup center. And there is a guy who the Falcons, I believe they had a workout with this offseason, who is still on the board. His name is Seth McCollum from Ohio State.
Yeah,
and now he's in the building. Terry, you talked about this earlier in the podcast. Give New Zealand maybe a rookie, maybe in the 3rd, 4th round, right?
Yeah. Agreed.
Get a camp battle going. Somebody who maybe has, a name coming out of college football, even though they're not drafted in the top 100. Seth McCollum was already scouted by the Falcons earlier this offseason. Had the early early workout with the Falcons. So if he's there in the later rounds, wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons bring him in. If they like the guy, bring him in.
Yeah.
Is he a camp battle for New Zealand? Possibly. Because the center seems to be a camp battle. Remember what they said the other day, T-Will? It's pretty much New Zealand's job to lose.
Yep.
But Jonathan Gwynn and whoever their potential future center could be, is going to come in here and say, look, I want to take that job from New Zealand. Could it be a rookie? Could it be a veteran? We'll find out.
Yep.
It's going to be a camp battle, though. I don't think they're just going to just let it be so freely for New Zealand. Just say, oh yeah, job's yours. Go right ahead. They got to work a new contract with him, too. Craig's in the chat. Your boy Craig, T-Will. What's up, Craig?
What's up, Craig? Hold up, Craig. I got that thing on me. Craig. That was one of the funniest shows.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. That show was hilarious.
Don't worry, reference in the chat. Georgia Texas boys in the chat. Larry's in the chat. They had some local visits with some 3rd and 4th round DBs. We're at 6'2", 6'3". Okay. I did see some of the players that they brought out to their local pro day that they had. Nazir Stackhouse in the later rounds. So big shout out to Georgia Texas boy. If we need to go get another big bag, a dog in the middle. That's the one thing about it. We had Zion last year. We put him on the practice squad and the Bills picked him up. Ended up in the playoffs.
Yeah, he did. Did he play?
I mean, ended up in the playoffs.
You said
travel with the team. No, I'm just playing.
Okay, he said travel.
We're doing our mock here.
It's
6 days away from the draft. It's going to be
he had
exciting.
King
Live
logos on his
draft.
on his luggage. He traveled with the team. Yeah.
You don't see the sticker? He went to the gift shop. No, I'm
Yeah.
playing. It's like the people that wear the Masters gears and never played at the Masters. You played? Mike Green, Barrett Carter, Malachi Moore, Seth McCollum. Right now, I think it's pretty decent. Draft grade is probably around like a B plus. I'm guessing, right? I mean, people might not be too happy about the OC pick, but I mean, we had to go get a center. Like we had to go get somebody.
You do
to give New Zealand some type of competition. You're gonna get real mad when I pick this quarterback in the next round. You're gonna get real mad then.
Oh, to
Here I am
replace
looking at quarterback.
I see what you're saying. To replace Cousins, I got you.
You see what I'm saying? Here I am looking at quarterback on the mock draft simulator. Everybody's watching me like, why is he going to quarterback? Just checking him out. Just Terry, look, just seeing who's available. That guy from Florida State's available, but I wouldn't pick him. Yeah, it's pretty bad when it comes to backup quarterbacks here. Graham Mertz from Florida, maybe Graham. Donovan Smith from Houston. Yeah, pass. I see why Kirk might be here. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, subscribe button. T-Bo, what we got? We got Mike Green, Barrett Carter, Malachi Moore, Seth McCollum. We need to go ahead and pick up our last pick here.
Hey, scroll down, man. Go back to offense. And yeah, let's take Carson Vincent right there. I've heard
you
good.
Just pick another offensive lineman?
You're in the 7th round, dude. It doesn't matter. You're in the 7th round. Yeah. Pick him. I've heard nothing but good things about him. There you go.
T Will's a podcaster here on One Time for the Fan. He also has a respected show called For My ATL Sports. So we're going to trust T Will with this one. Falcons picking up on our mock draft simulator 3 defensive players, 2 offensive players. We did trade back, didn't pick up nothing, super important outside of that moving up spot. But I mean, Terry, I think this is pretty decent. It's not too bad, right?
You got Mike Green. We got
the pick that you wanted. We wanted Mike Green. We got Mike Green.
Yeah.
And that's what we get here, man. Draft is about to end here. Resume the draft. What?
Yeah, next time you got to set that thing to fast, man. Turbo.
It's set on fast, isn't it?
Nope.
Yeah. It's set on fast. Yeah.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah. Mike Green, Barrett Carter, Malachi Moore, Seth McCollum, and Carson Vincent. The One Time for the Fan breakfast with One Time for the Fan mock draft simulator 3.0. We use this as 3.0 because we did one last week and we did one again too as well with who was here? Debo Vibes. So we tried the Debo Vibes too.
Debo had a great
joining us next week.
Debo had a great one.
Debo's doing it big, man. He's doing it big. He's not doing the food reviews too.
Yeah, man. Debo's my guy.
That's what's up. I might have started doing something with these sneakers, man. They just sitting over here. All these Jordans just sitting. I might have to do something, man. Might have to do a damn sneaker show or something. Put something together.
Gotta do something.
All right, Falcon fans. See what we got here. Chat is live. Chat is lit. Go ahead and close this one out. Fans probably got their screenshots of that, so they can go ahead and chop that up. Scott Carissa's depth chart projection. We ain't got to worry about that no more because we're getting ready to end the show. And Scott's doing a great job, too, as well. Getting back into the podcast game now. Of course, Scott, he was also writing with Block and Dirty, too, as well. T-Will, you got a all-star cast of podcasters over there, man. How do you do it?
Hey man, it's not me, man. Just blessed, fortunate, blessed. I can't do anything but thank God. But you're right. I do podcasts with Mr. Debo Vibes on Tuesday and Friday. Unfortunately, T Will overslept this morning, so Gotta apologize to Debo. We didn't get that one in, but yeah, usually Debo vibes Tuesday and Friday. Wednesday we got a show called the Morning Chop Shop on the Braves with me and John from Out of Your Falcon Mind. And Wednesday afternoons at 4, we got a show, Scott Karisic and I, called What the Falcon? And yeah, and even got an NFL Tonight NFL show. Matter of fact, at 7 p.m. Gonna be with myself and Jordan Burton and one other guest. And we're gonna get into draft, and of course, everything is about the draft. And then tomorrow, what's today? Friday. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. we got a show on Marvel's Daredevil Born Again, episodes 3 and 4. So yeah, man. And of course, I work with the celebrity of all, Mr. Jack Spade. Mr. Jack Spade, that man, that dude, the man, the myth, the legend. I mean, talk about a superstar. Come on, man.
Shit, hit the wrong button. April Thomas is in the chat. Craig is in the text. Say, Jack, can you tee off in about 4 hours? I sure can, because I got another game of golf going on. I'm about to go crazy out there in the golf course. Georgia Texas boy said, hey, I have my grandma mail me trappies by the box.
That's what's up. That's
the
what's
trappies
up.
hot sauce?
Texas boy. Hey, man. Hey. I got a feeling that's some good eating at Georgia Texas boy house. What up, Craig? Would we still draft?
We still draft a safety even if we trade Ramsey? Terry, your thoughts on that one, Terry? For me, Starks is not in picture if I draft Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
But then again, Jalen Ramsey's not like your designated safety. Like, he's not just – you have Jesse Bates and Jordan Fuller now.
Yeah.
We talk about these players as if they're 100% healthy because we want them to be 100% healthy. If something happens and these players go down, I mean, you have to have the next man up. We don't want it to happen, but you got to keep a strong depth out there too as well. You know, if a player's gone from week 2 to week 7, you want to make sure the player behind him is able to, jump in there and help out. I don't really want to put just Jalen Ramsey in a position to where, he's out there looking like Cam Chancellor. Right. I know he's getting to the point in his career where, he's getting up there in age and stuff, but he can still play corner. Right.
Definitely. And he's big.
I definitely would need him wherever he can help out on that field at corner. That's first.
Yeah, he's a big physical corner too.
So I can't take safety all out of the situation if they draft Ramsey. Maybe Malachi Starks out the situation. Because like you just talked about with Starks, Terry, Starks is an all-arounder. You're going to throw him all around the field. He might be in your nickel package out there playing corner. You might be safety out there. With Jalen, I don't know. I don't see that. Malachi Moore is your safety. If you draft Malachi Moore, that's your safety.
He's definitely your safety. Yeah, he's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And if you draft him in the first round, he's got to start. There's no he's got to see the field a good bit, right? So that's the only thing. If you draft him, he's got to see the field.
The Falcons drafting. It's like the Falcons signing Jalen Ramsey randomly, right? And then they go draft a corner in the first round. Like, what? Wait, what? what they just do?
What the what?
How did that happen? What the Falcon?
What the Falcon?
So, Falcon fans,
the
thing about it is everybody has different opinions and different thoughts of what the Falcons can do. Georgia, Texas boys said draft this guy. Craig said draft this guy. April Thomas, Ron Thomas said draft this guy. Right? Berto said draft this guy. Anybody, I can throw 100 different names out of people who are saying draft these guys, right? Next week when the Falcons draft their guy, we can all sit back and talk about it on this channel, on Berto's channel, on anybody's channel, because every Falcon fan is going to be talking about the draft picks in less than a week. And you see it right here on the screen. One time for the fan draft night. The podcast is live and lit from 7 p.m. Probably going to go after 11 p.m. If the Falcons don't pick until about 10 or 9:45, we're probably going to be on there until after 11, because we know what's going to happen when Scott Karisic joins and everybody else who's joining us after the podcast. It's going to be a lit situation. Terry's going to be here. He's going to have hair. So
I tell you what, if the Falcons win the Super Bowl, I'll get one of those big ass Afro wigs. I will don it. If Falcons win the Super Bowl, when they do it, I will get the biggest Afro wig ever, and I will don it for y'all. I will do it. That I will do.
Hey, big shout out to all the fans here, man. Why do we oh shit. Why do we do the podcast? That's the Tito's. Why do we do the podcast? Like Wednesdays, Sundays, Fridays, pop-up shows. Terry can tell you because Terry has a lot of shows. We love talking to Falcon fans.
We do.
We truly do. And Terry loves talking not only to Falcon fans. When he's done talking Falcons, if he's not in the drive-through, he's talking Braves. Right?
If he's
not talking if he's not talking Braves, he's talking Hawks. Tune into Terry's channel from time to time and notice what he's talking about.
Oh my goodness.
He's giving you guys his thoughts on the Braves. Of course, with the Braves situation of starting off slow this year, this is great for Terry to talk Braves. Because so many fans are like, what is happening with this team? And then here comes Terry, one of the newest podcasters in the game, trying to give you his perspective about the Braves. And then you have the Hawks, who have a big game tonight.
Yes, they do.
A big game tonight. Their biggest game of the season is probably happening tonight.
It's win or go home. It's literally
win or go home. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I do think they can get the win. They are playing at State Farm. It's going to be lit. Look at the weather outside this weekend, Falcon fans. A lit weekend. I'm talking about just
got everything,
good
man.
times, good vibes. They have festivals and stuff going on.
You got Hawks, you got Braves, you got Atlanta United, you got Cody Rhodes, and John Cena. You got a lot. You got a lot.
You have so much going on, Falcon fans. So then you have Terry's podcast and so many other content creators. I'll be playing golf, drinking it up on the links. I'm drinking the moonshine today.
What
are
you been drinking? There you go. There you go, Jack.
All right.
There you
drink
go.
The moonshine. How dare country join the podcast and tell the viewers I didn't want to sip the moonshine. He should have said Jack's golf game was damn near hitting scratch. At this point, I was getting ready to call Tiger and say, yo, you need another player?
Maybe he couldn't appreciate the golf game because you offended him because you didn't take his moonshine.
Yo.
Maybe he couldn't see past that, Jack. But you definitely owe Lowe an apology, and you should drink his moonshine. Pause.
Now,
at the next golf outing.
Now, what I do know is if I go down to the country anytime soon, Sylvester, Georgia, right? Like down there in the country. If I go anywhere down, Americus, Albany, anywhere down there, them folks, hell, even past that, because country talking about country. He's talking about in the woods.
I mean, where the mosquitoes are this big.
Man, country, I done heard country say some country shit a few times, and I just turn and be like, boy, you country as hell, boy. Like,
that's big.
Talking about country, what's his name? Xavier Leggett country? Country's country.
That's big low country, man.
That's big low country, man. But at the end of the day, we all have a good time.
That moonshine.
I'm gonna try the moonshine. And I watched the show too as well. I see how they hide in the woods from the police and the helicopters and they make the moonshine. You know what I'm saying? I watched the show. It's so cool.
Now you're taking shots. Oh wow!
I watched the show.
Jack giveth and Jack taketh away.
The truck is parked up here, and like the site is like down here somewhere, like 10 miles away.
Oh my god! Like, this guy.
Helicopter. Man. Where they at? Where they at, boat? That's why they say boat. Yeah, boat.
This guy.
Looking through the
bro.
Hey, bro. That's my boy, Big Country, man.
Big Low. Shout out to Big Low, man. Shout out to Miss Carrie, who apparently meant it when she said she was not going to join us. Oh boy. Yeah. No, you know what? If she comes back in the next 5 minutes, we should just drop Kirk. We should just go right to Kirk Cousins. As soon as she comes in, be like, yeah, so Carrie, Kirk Cousins, tell us what you think about it. Let's get into it.
She just texted me and said, y'all still live. She know that we're live. She's watching. As long as we don't say Kirk Cousins, she ain't joining.
She'll be all right. Yeah, she'll be all right.
T-Will, man, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. There's a lot of Falcon fans here that got to get to their Friday. We did not mean to turn breakfast from one time for the fan into lunch at one time for the fan.
Yeah.
But we do have a good time here talking Falcons football. I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, the Rise Up Tour fan club has an event this weekend. Terry also mentioned it too as well. Spring Fest will be helping out with the city of Forest Park. Free Wishes Foundation. April 19th, that's tomorrow. Check the weather, y'all. Beautiful weather, beautiful day. If you're on the south side, come on out to Kiwanis Stadium from 12 to 5. Egg hunt starts at 3 p.m. Um, like I said, bring your football if y'all want to hang out, talk some Falcons, play cars, spades. It don't matter what it is, man. Y'all see it. Bounce houses, mechanical bull, horseback riding, game truck, face painting, food trucks, vendors, so much more. But thank you everybody who's saying that they're gonna show up just for a little bit, come out, hang out. So beautiful day. So you can go from the south side to the east side to the west side, straight back to the south side again. But we're gonna be there with the Rise Up Tour fan club. Um, so come on out, bring your family. The family is involved. Bring everybody. You don't have to come by yourself. Bring everybody. This one of them days where, hey, if you had a little trouble at the house, you got to bring the wife out. Go ahead and bring out big dog. You know what I'm saying? Or, if you just enjoying a nice day in the city, you want to just step out into a park and hang with myself or hang with members of the Rise Up Tour fan club, hang with Miss Carrie, because we haven't mentioned Kirk Cousins as yet. And so Carrie knew she would come back because she loves us. And Carrie knew that there was another hour left in the show, and it was only dedicated for Kirk Cousins. So, Carrie, welcome back to Overtime with One Time for the Fan, our new segment, Overtime with One Time for the Fan, where we talk about the quarterbacks for
All
2
Kirk Cousins.
hours more.
All Kirk Cousins, Gary. All Kirk Cousins. That's
I
it.
heard I heard T-Will say, "Oh, as soon as Carrie comes back, we should just talk about Kirk Cousins for 5 minutes
Hey, Carrie,
straight." Really?
so quick.
I said, you know what? Let me join. He
Oh,
wants to be petty today. Okay, I got time today.
oh.
Nah, this is the good part of the show, Carrie. So we're not going to talk about Kirk Cousins.
No, we're not. Gary.
Um,
We're not. We're
we
not.
already had enough
That's
time to talk
great.
about that.
I
We
think
did
we're
our
all over. I think we are. I think Falcon universe is just collectively over Kirk. Like we just, we want to turn the page on. We want to turn that page of Falcons history. Just move on. Let's go. Let's move on.
yeah. We did our mock already. Big Little Country Sports was so nice to join us for a couple minutes, talk a little bit about the Falcons there too as well. And now it's time to wrap up the show. So with that being said, T Will, one of the hardest working podcasters in the game right now. Your shout out. So well, Carrie, do we do you do your shout outs again? Because you just got here. Like, do you is it kind of like the meme where like you walk in and like walk out the door? Like you walk in the room, put your hat down, and walk out the room? Like, how does this work here? Because like
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
You
don't
already gave
know.
your shout
But
outs and then you're back. It's like, okay, well, Carrie will do the shout outs again, I guess.
yeah, shout outs again then. All right. That's fine with me. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to T Will. Shout out to Jack, Bodie. I'm just shout out to everyone in the chat. We had a lot of people join us today. It was a great show. I was able to listen for the most part when I had to hop off. So appreciate you guys all for staying, interactive in the chat with us, and we really appreciate it. And I hope you all join us next Thursday, 6 days away from today, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. We're gonna have multiple special guests each hour. We're gonna have multiple giveaways every hour. So you don't want to miss it. Honestly, it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a fun time. And hopefully it's not gonna be like last year where T Will and I are shocked like the rest of the world. Honestly, hopefully we don't say we're not gonna draft a quarterback and then we draft a quarterback. Or maybe we should say we're not gonna draft a pass rusher at 15 and then we'll do it, But I don't know, just because we want that to happen.
Yeah, we
You
do
know what
want to.
happens with this fan base? They're gonna clip it and say, "Hold on, now you said that we wasn't gonna draft a pass rusher, and now here you are happy that we drafted a pass rusher.
Hey man,
I got it on file."
I hope I'd be wrong then,
Hey man,
because
whatever.
we don't know we need it.
We do need it. Whatever works. Hey man, shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. We love you guys. We love talking Falcons with you guys. Appreciate it. Want to thank God for letting me be here, waking me up this morning. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Got 2 shows coming up. I got a show tonight at 7 p.m. We're just going to be doing NFL drafts. That's about it. That's what everybody's doing. So it'll be myself, Jordan, and maybe a few other guests. And hey, check us out. And have a podcast tomorrow at 7 p.m. Going to be talking Daredevil Born Again, episode 3 and 4. So, hey, Jack, as always, brother Eric, thank you guys for getting me in this business. Jack, it's on you.
Hey, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the chat. Y'all made me take a shot of damn Tito's. I just wanted to come on here and talk Falcons, and
Did
then
you
y'all
really?
started. Yeah, hell yeah, I
I missed
did. Yeah,
that part. Oh,
yeah, I had to wake
wow.
up.
Please
I had to wake
sponsor
my
us,
ass up.
Tito's. I got my
Please,
Tito's hat over here.
could you
Yeah,
please,
huh?
please sponsor? She's
Please
got a
sponsor us,
Tito.
Tito's.
Yeah, she's got a
Hey,
Tito.
Tito's, come
Sponsor
on out
us.
at Tito's, at Tito's.
Sponsor us.
Big shout out to
Please
them, man.
sponsor it.
I'm a big fan as well.
Yo, big shout out to everybody in the chat. Big shout out to Kerry. Big shout out to Bodie. Big shout out to T Will. Big Low Country Sports too as well. Everybody who's just been rocking with us. Um, even offline too as well. We see it. Like everybody that's tagged us on Twitter and social media and so on. You know, we do thank you all for the support. T Will with the growth of his shows, the numbers are doing well and everything's looking up for T Will. So, like I said, man, this is what One Time for the Fan is all about, man. You know, it's from the fan for the fan. We turned breakfast into lunch today, but we are excited to do this because we love talking Falcons football. This is every day for us. So big shout out to everybody once again. My family, my friends, you all are great. Continue being great. ATO Georgia Faithful, another content creator. Please check out Georgia Faithful. So
What's
many
up?
people in here with channels.
Yeah,
If you're a first time here, just scroll through the comment section and look at all your content creators and everybody that's in here, and just give a like, share, and subscribe to these folks. People put a lot of time and effort into this stuff and energy, and we really, really care about this stuff.
yep.
So big shout out to you all. Lisa Shepard's here in the chat. Thank you so much for Lisa Shepard. 82 Money Caller said he's still on that mission. He ain't stopped yet. He said he's still on that mission. Make sure Tito's respond. I'm gonna reach out to them too as well. I have a friend who's connected with Red Bull. I don't know how close she is connected with Tito's, but I'll see. But I don't drink no damn Red Bull. I can tell you that right now. But Falcon fans, you gotta hit that like, share. You
I
gotta hit
hadn't
that
been able
subscribe
to do
button.
that with my 2 heart attacks, so
Hey man,
I miss Red Bull. Red Bull was great. Wasn't great for me, but I damn sure miss it. Anyway,
hey,
go ahead. Sorry.
I'm glad you're here though. That's the biggest thing about it.
Yeah,
Tito.
me too.
So
Me too. Me too.
you
Glad to
know
be
the
here.
Red Bull failed, but you're saved. Everything's good now.
Hey, thank God for it, man. Glad to be here with you, brother. Glad to be here.
2 hours and a half, probably going on with 2 hours and 45 minutes here.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. We're doing it again next week. 4 hours or more. And it's not because we want to do it. I can tell you right now, Terry, if you didn't have a podcast talking Falcons and I have a podcast talking Falcons, there would be no 4 hour show next week. We would watch the draft, we would get up and then go do what? Whatever we want to do.
That's right.
But we have to sit here for 4 hours and talk Falcons and wait for the pick. This ain't about no bread. This ain't about being the biggest podcast. This is about being a Falcon fan.
Amen. I do have a question for you, Jack, though. I typically try not to eat, bro. I'm gonna have to eat. I'm gonna have to eat Thursday.
So this is what we can do next week, Terry. I'll talk to you offline because Bodie, he just be like, "Yeah, Jack, I gotta tell you, motherfuckers be eating
I gotta eat.
steak and shit."
I got that because, bro. Yeah, I gotta eat, man. I'm just saying, I gotta eat. So,
Terry, can you at least eat at like 6:55?
Bruh, I'm 270 pounds for a reason. I eat every
Terry,
hours.
At least at 6:55, you take like your last bite, like, oh, there we go, ready to eat, and then you just, because you know what happens when your boy Scott gets in there. Matter of fact, couple of the special guests next week are some of the people that you have podcasts with, and y'all
they
talk.
are.
So I'm telling you right now, when Scott jump in there, you see why the time frame is to Scott. We know what's gonna happen. We're gonna talk some football, man.
Let's go ahead there, 12 a.m., 12:30
We're
a.m.
gonna talk some football. We're gonna be like, I thought we said 7 to 11. It's 3:30 in the morning, Jack.
Hey, I love one thing about Scott, man. Scott is on point. Scott is on point. Scott has a lot of information that folks aren't aware of. So especially when you're looking at these draft picks, I just like the way his mind works, man. So it's going to be great having him on. It's going to be great having everybody on, man. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I just know I'm going to be hungry as hell. So, but either way, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited. I did. So think about it. Last year, I didn't know what to expect because I was new, right? This year, number one, the Falcons have a great offense. We got a great coach. And I think we're going to do some great things on defense. So I'm excited. But I'm also excited about all the folks we have coming to our show, Jack. It's gonna be so much fun. Like
It makes it a
I
great
cannot wait.
show because the fans make it a great show.
Absolutely.
Everybody
Absolutely.
who said, "Oh yeah, I'll join you guys next week. I'll talk about the fact." Thank you. Right?
Yeah, man.
They could easily
It's
just say no. They could even for the ones
yes,
that said, "Look, we got to cut out at this time. We can't be on at this time." We had to go back and tell the folks like, "Hey, could you come on at this time because we got
yeah,
other people that's mentioning." You know what they
yeah,
said? Man, Jack, T Will, whatever, which I want to do. Which I want to do.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
Let's just talk Falcons. So I
Bro,
thank y'all. Everybody
I'm
that's here in the chat, I thank y'all. Everybody that's listened and watched and subscribed and has mentioned one time for the fan, I thank y'all. Right. I know what some people are doing behind the scenes too as well, because they've reached out to me. And when those missions are completed, we'll talk about that here on the channel. But I thank every single one of y'all that knows that one time for the fan is really from the fan for the fan. We do this shit for y'all. Right. As you can see, every donation we've collected since we've been there, Deshaun said he's been here talking shit. He said every donation we've gotten since the super chat is open, I told y'all is going to that giveaway next week. And I've maxed it too as well. So we're gonna have giveaways on that Thursday, probably giveaways on that Friday, the breakfast show right after. But I can tell you right now, man, I enjoy doing this, and I'm gonna continue to enjoy doing this. So big thank you to everybody. Big shout out to everybody. T Will, rise up, man. Go get ready for your next two shows. And go prepare to create a new show. Make it 3 shows.
stop it, man. I'm about to take my
And then
wife
when
to
you're done with that, just hit the live and just look at the chat
stop it.
and
No,
create another
my
show.
wife is so mad at me right now. I got to take her to the store,
She
so I'm about to roll out.
probably is. Yeah, it's
Yes,
Friday. Go do some shopping.
groceries, man. Groceries. Groceries.
Hey man, just get some Tito's. Falcon fan, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We up out this thing.